Hey everybody, welcome. We got a milestone episode here this evening, the 300th episode of the CAF update. Who would have thought that after 6 years we'd still be doing these shows on Thursday? Of course, they've changed a lot since those early ones where I sat there by myself and talked to a webcam for about 20 minutes. But yeah, still going strong, still having a lot of fun. And yeah, I was looking, I was putting the newsletter together today, which was delayed. I think a couple of you might not have gotten it since I didn't send it until about 7 o'clock this evening. But I looked back on when did I do my first live CAF update, and it was literally on August 22nd of 2020. So pretty much we can say it was 6 years ago. We started out with recorded episodes of this thing, and it evolved into doing a live stream because I didn't like doing the recordings. But yeah, we went through a lot of changes to get to this point. I mean, probably a lot of you weren't here in the early days when we used the CAF update as our interview vehicle, and so we did a lot of collector interviews early on. I think Ruben was an early one. Can't remember who else we had, but we did a lot of interviewing on the CAF update as a lead-in to doing the update portion of that. So yeah, we don't do that anymore. We preserve that for other nights of the week, but it is a milestone and definitely one that I'm proud that we've been able to carry on for so long and to keep it fun. It is one of the most viewed shows every single week on the channel. Outside of our Wednesday art drops, I'd say that we always get over 1,000 views on this thing. So I appreciate the fact that everybody likes to tune in and revel in whatever we have to talk about this week. But tonight we're going to start things off definitely a little different. I've invited a few old faces who haven't been on the channel in a while, some collectors, some dealers, some old friends, and we're going to just kind of do it, have a little bit of a hangout. And we are going to be doing a giveaway. I might as well throw out the giveaway information right away, and we'll just keep it rolling for the first hour of the whole segment. But the giveaway will be a hashtag, and in the chat, anybody is able to go ahead and put their hashtag in here. I guess I should create it. I didn't create the hashtag yet. Doggone it. I'm sorry. Here, let me do it for you. It is going to be hashtag CAF300. How's that sound? Enter to win. That's the easiest way to do it. And get that on the screen for you. Right there. All you got to do in the chat, type hashtag CAF300, and you will be entered to win. And what can you win tonight? I'm guaranteeing everybody at least one T-shirt, if not two. We're going to do 10 giveaways. And we've got OAX T-shirts that we can give away. We've got IC3 shirts that we can give away in black and white. So there's a reverse of that where the print is in black and the shirt is in white. And yeah, all right, we already have over 30 people in the giveaway. Thank you, everybody. So outside of that, I've got a lot of random stuff. I've got, let's see, some best of trophies from a couple years ago. Some you might remember these, the Hulk with the Thor hammer, right? You can set it on your desk like this. You can go like that, whatever you like. But I've got at least 10 of those to give away, so that'll be included in that. I've got some Albert Moy fans. For those of you who didn't go to San Diego, mine are signed though, so they're very special. I've got what else have I got? I've got a few sketch cards to give away. I've got I think what I'll do on the 5th and 10th giveaway that we do, I've got let's see, the 5th one, I've got a sketch card from Roy Mercado of Magneto, and then I know I've got let's see, a drawing by what was it, MK Torres. He used to work with Next Comic Art, and this is a nice Weapon X 11 by 17. So that'll go to the 10th winner when we draw these later on. But again, man, got a lot of people here. 80 people at the beginning of the show. You knew you needed to get here early. You didn't want to miss anything. Marcus, no, they won't. And Marcus will not be making an appearance. I did not extend an invite to him because I knew he would just turn me down anyway, and I knew he prefers to hang out in the chat and keep everybody riled up. So that's a fine place for him to be. Missing everything in the chat, but thank you everybody for the high fives on here with the virtual 300th episode. But yeah, outside of that, if you don't like IC3 or OAX T-shirts, and I don't know why you wouldn't, but we also have a TeePublic store. For those of you who end up not wanting that, if you win something, I'll send you over to the TeePublic store, have you pick out a shirt, and we'll just buy it for you and send it to you. So that's how we'll take care of all of our giveaway winners during the show today, and I've got to scroll a mile here to get through all these. A lot of these are hashtag CAF 300s. All right, but keep them coming in. There's over 53 people who have already entered. So I did have one guest who was not in the green room to get this thing started, and guess what? They're still not here. So but you got to see that guy the other night. So we don't necessarily need to have them show up here. But the thing to remember, the whole reason for us ever doing a stream in the first place was the pandemic. And then even more important than the pandemic happening, it was the first Comic Art Live that we ran the last weekend in May of 2020. So that was the very first one. It was the 30th and 31st. I think we were trying to stagger it around. I think Coma was the weekend before that, and I was trying to just stay out of their lane at that time to make sure that we had a clear weekend, and that was what we went with. Or maybe that was Memorial Day weekend. We were the week after that. Either way, bottom line was we needed to figure out a way to do panels, and I had no idea, and I was scared as hell, and didn't really want to do them on my own. So I solicited the help of three friends of mine who many of you know very well. One of them who is not going to be here today, I have a feeling. But but what we did was we started off just doing the first show. The first show was amazing. It was a live broadcast for an hour and a half. I think we got the total of about 12 comments. So a thimbleful of what we've gotten so far this evening. But it went off really well, and I actually think I was wearing this exact same shirt when I did that. So that's pretty amazing that I still have it. But two of the three guests that were there with me for that first show are in the studio right now, and I'm going to bring them in and reintroduce you to them if you've never met them before. We have the amazing Glenn Brunswick and Gabrielle.
Hello.
Hey, good evening.
Hello, gentlemen.
So, Bill, I'm going to have to start this off by telling you you're eating right, you're exercising, because you don't look a day over 298. 300.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
300 is an incredible achievement. In fact, I can't think of anyone that I've met that was 300 before you. So I'm impressed, and mazel tov that,
The only other 300 club I've ever belonged to was a
powerlifting
club in high school.
It's not that kind of show.
No. Powerlifting.
Exactly. There we go. That's a fair club.
Your third guest is on his way. I called him. So.
Oh, is he finally? Yes. Okay. Well, he'll show up. But here I have a image from that first show, because I've got the. There you go. Look at that. I swear. See, I'm literally wearing the same shirt, not the same T-shirt though. But
holy moly!
Look at the hair on Will in this one, man. This is COVID times. 4 months in. And I mean, look at me. My hair grew at least a foot during COVID in those first 2 or 3 months.
I don't know what I did with that baseball cap. I don't know where it is.
I don't know where the art is on your back wall, Glenn. That's the real question.
That is a good. Well, I still have that painting.
Do you?
Yeah. It's just that right now, I'm showing off because we recently had the place painted with Cool December, which really is white. But my wife thinks it's Cool December. So I'm showing off this beautiful Cool December here.
Well, it's
an interior decorator.
That's prison cell gray, it looks like.
Don't say that around her.
No, we don't want to. No, we don't want to jinx anything. But yeah. So there you go. We were so young, so naive. And yeah, that first episode we did is like an origins episode. Remember, we each got like 20, 25 minutes to talk about how we got into the hobby. So for those of you who have never seen that episode, I don't even know how many views are on it. It was quite some time ago. Only 1,500 views on it. An underviewed show on the program. But
well, it's never too late. I mean, now that you've advertised,
there's time. Yeah,
people can get back in there.
I'm
impressed you remembered the shirt though, Bill. I'm impressed.
I'm looking at I don't know, man. That's same shirt. Different art though on the back wall. I actually only was hanging up some prints on my back wall at that point. See a Babylon 5, some X-Men print. I don't know.
I had Mickey Mouse up, but corporate called and said I can't can't display Mickey Mouse. You know, it's a sensitive thing.
But do you still have that Mickey
Oh yeah,
trunk?
no, that was something I got when I was probably like 5 years old. My parents got it for me. There was some Mickey Mouse animation, Disney animation artist that came to the local mall. So yeah, I still have that.
Oh, right. And there you go. Mike's telling me he doesn't have the link, even though he was in the same email that you guys
Lord.
got. Oh, son of a gun. This guy. He was on the show last night. He was
Maybe resend
tormenting
it to him.
Anthony. He was making Anthony feel bad because Anthony isn't on the show tonight. You know, I only gave out a select number of invites, and he had to go out of his way to humble the man. So
And
this is
Berkey
the way
called
of
him a
karma
silver
fighting him
medalist,
back.
I believe.
Yes, exactly. I'm not forwarding him that email. It's too difficult. Anyway.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
All right,
We'll
thank you.
see if we
You
can
can
get
let
him
him know
on
he has
here.
only 5 minutes left on his timer because we weren't giving you guys a fixed amount of time. But yeah,
Well,
let
then
me
we
get rid
should
of
we
this.
should talk about the state of the hobby like really quick, because just to bookend things.
Really,
Yeah,
really
from
quick.
where they were to how we started to how we've wound up, I guess. I saw well, yeah, I guess we could do the state of the hobby. I don't even have a report for the state of the hobby
Well, no,
tonight.
but I mean, one of the exciting things I think that's about to happen, certainly here in LA, is just in very shortly that Lucas Museum thing is going to open, and I think that's going to be a huge boon to the hobby. So, really
That's
excited about that.
that is very, very, very true. I am.
On the other hand, Facebook has been circulating this like crazy Bloomberg story that the boomers art is going to flood the market as soon as they all croak, and everything will be worthless. So I don't know if it's going to be, everything's going to be like we can't buy it anymore because of Lucas, or everything's going to be worthless. But if it's worthless, the important things, they should sell to us quickly.
Exactly. They need an outlet. They're not all going to run to eBay and whatnot. But I read the same article. I whatever.
The truth always falls in the middle.
Exactly. I don't buy it. I mean, you think about it. I mean, the market's been strong. Maybe that in part was Lucas buying up art for the museum. There's so many factors over the last 6 to 8 years that have had there's too many. You can't pinpoint one thing and say it's going to be a truth.
You know what I can say, Bill, as far as the state of the hobby, state of the market?
What's that?
And people ask me this all the time, collectors and other dealers. I mean, I would say the last several years, like almost half, 40 to 50% of my customers, buyers are new to me. I mean, they've been collecting 5 years or less. So I think that's very positive.
Yeah, and I've had a lot of like new collectors buying that are like 20 and 30 years old, which is surprising because there he is.
The man, the myth, the legend is back.
Did you think it was last week again?
No, I never got a link.
He went back to the future. What can I say?
Mike, I sent it all three of you.
I'm on my telephone. I couldn't even get it on my computer.
Wow. All right. Well, it's nice to have you, Mike. We only have about 5 more minutes left.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Good. I'm listening.
Yeah. Well, we were just, we're
listening.
Talking about how we got here and where we go from here, Mike.
And a little bit on the state of the hobby right now. We were like, since we started off with the pandemic and the state of things back then, we thought, it apropos to talk about the state of the hobby now. What's your take?
That top tier stuff has gone up 5 and 10-fold since then, and everything else has stayed the same.
What's
so
the
you got to
top
go after
tier
the
stuff?
top tier stuff.
I don't know about that.
What Mike's saying.
What's that?
What's the top tier stuff in your?
High end covers and first appearances, stuff like that. I think it's taken a dramatic jump. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, first appearances weren't even like, I think when the pandemic started, like first appearances weren't even a thing. Like nobody really cared. And then it seemed
except
like
for Jordan. Remember, yeah, Jordan is the king of first appearances. He was collecting first appearances before anybody thought that it meant a thing. So
he's got first appearances we're yet to discover.
Every time we have him on an art drop, there's a new first appearance of a character I didn't know about. But the funny thing is, there's usually one person in the audience that knows that character, and
True.
That's it is what it is. It's the nature of our hobby. There's a piece of art for everyone.
It's
And
Jordan's
as
sister.
art sellers, I know that the three of you all vehemently believe in that, or you wouldn't be doing what you do for a profession.
Yeah, just like Spider-Man 1000 comes out next month, like in 3-4 weeks. And again, I haven't read new comics much over the past quarter century, but just reading about, they even said, "Oh, there's a new first appearance villain in Spider-Man 1000." So that's interesting.
Wow.
Right.
Spider-Man has a lot of first appearance villains every few issues.
Have you got that 1000 art locked up yet, Mike?
Yeah, it's in the safe.
I think one good
Don't
thing
forget
is
the
that
combination, Mike.
they're not trying to do as many variants as, say, Detective 1000 did, which we're still counting.
Wow.
Yeah.
But so outside of that, I think the future of our hobby is rosy. And yeah, I don't think those boomers are going to screw up anything for us. I mean, like Mike said, I always think, the good stuff's always going to be worth something. And at the end of the day, there's everyone who collects, there's always going to, if somebody wants a piece of art from, from a book, they're always going to be buying. And there's never going to be a point in time when people aren't collecting it, even if at some point it ends up all going to a museum, like we joked about early on and continue to. It's true. So it's always going to be a desirable piece of history, and it's so different from any other pop culture collectible that it will always be in demand. I think, like Mike said in his origin story, when I realized it was one of one, I stopped collecting comics and everything else, and it changed my life. And I think that's true. It's still true today. I think it's for many of us when we started collecting, that was the thing that tipped it over. And I think that's the thing that'll keep things energized and excited.
Also, you can't discount the Lucas Museum, which I think, I mean, it's such an impressive structure, and you've got the Star Wars element. Like it's going to be a huge success when it kicks off. And so, does that translate into other museums feeling like they need to have exhibits of comic art as well? And where are they going to get that comic art? Well, I mean, they're going to have to buy it at auction, which is going to change things quite a bit, I think.
And I think, doesn't Guillermo del Toro, I think, has an amazing, museum in Mexico City too, I think.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Does he? I saw Nick Nicolaou was opening something in Australia that he just announced yesterday or the day before. So yeah, I mean, I think we're going to see new venues for the art, and we're certainly going to see more museums and galleries curating narrative art shows. Without question, they're going to piggyback off of what the Lucas Museum is doing, and again, that's just going to drive interest up. It's not going to
absolutely.
And I was
make people think twice about it.
Heritage had sort of a little reception a few weeks ago, where one of the curators from the Lucas Museum gave a talk, and he said that the museum itself is going to be about 30%, at least, maybe even more than that, 30% comic art. There's a plethora of stuff. We're going to be blown away. And of course, it's going to be the Norman Rockwell stuff and the Star Wars stuff and Maxfield Parrish and all kinds of other things. But I mean, 30% dedicated just to our hobby is, I think, quite amazing.
It's gonna be impressive.
Agreed. Yeah. I was the moderator of that panel.
That's right. Of course you were.
It came out that they have the well, I shouldn't say it. There's a very cool piece of art there that many people in America in the 70s had a version of it hanging on their walls, and they have the first original of it. I'll tell you what it is off the live stream. I don't want to spoil it for anybody because I mean, I don't know when pictures are going to come out and stuff about it, but there's going to be a lot of stuff that surprises people, the things that he collected, and I think that it's just going to even make us raise an eyebrow or two at stuff, thinking, wow, I never even thought about that fitting into this genre, and it does. I think that's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Hey, if you don't mind, I have an interesting story to share.
Is it short? Because we're at our limit right now.
It's very short. I'll do it real quick. It's a John Romita story with Jack Kirby, so it's a great story. and I've never shared it. Do you know that artist named, I think it was Lichtenstein? Remember that they had this painter that would
He
reprint
copied
comics
panels. Yep.
panels with
Roy
things
Lichtenstein, I believe, is his name.
with girls in it, right, and stuff like that. But it would
Some
take
girls, some not girls, some like airplanes, all stuff
right,
taken
right.
from
But they would take
comics.
him. But he would be inspired. He would take comic panels and do it.
Right.
Ramita
Mhm.
told me how in the 70s he goes, they invited him and Kirby and all them to this gathering and everything like that. And he goes, finally, comic art is going to get its accolades. He goes, and they made fun of comic books. He goes, we left there. We were so embarrassed and pissed. And me and Jackie were saying, why the hell did we ever come here? I'm just saying, from
Right.
back then in the early 70s to now, look at how comic art has changed, you know? That
They
was
just
it.
make less fun of it.
Yeah, he said they basically made fun of him, and
Exactly.
Ramita was pissed off, and he said they
It,
all
it
left.
still happens today, right? I mean, if I say, I collect comic book art,
Yeah.
people,
But
most
less
people don't say,
fun,
"Oh, that's
damn it."
really cool."
Yeah, now it's
the
cool.
football players only beat us up half the time now. So.
That's
Yep.
right. Exactly.
Now we wonder
Why
why
do you
all
think
the
I was
artists
in
in
the
the
300
'60s.
club lifting?
Now we
Right,
wonder why
right,
all
right.
those artists in the '60s, had pseudo names because they didn't want to know people to know their regular names in comic art.
Mhm.
It is that Liechtenstein stuff is really crazy because he actually he lifted those panels and then he had like a dot matrix process which basically took the exact same image and just blew it up and
Correct.
different colors and never gave credit to those artists. So
Never did. Right.
yeah.
Nope, not at all.
But I'm just saying, just how the hobby has changed from then to now. How it was silly and made fun of then, and now it's almost considered fine art. In some aspects,
Right.
which is
That's
great.
true. Well, now we're making fun of Liechtenstein instead.
Yes.
That's right. That guy. All right, in his grave. So I got to move on, guys. But we should try to get do something together sometime in the near future. We definitely should. It has been too long, and we got to, Glenn. You got to spice up the walls a little bit, though.
You think you don't? Cool December is not your, All right, Bill, send me some tips. Let me know what I should do.
I put up
and
lantern
Anthony
stuff for you guys. Come on.
Anthony keeps
right, for the
texting me
show.
to get on, and I told him he's not invited.
Oh my gosh! Don't make Anthony feel bad. We love Anthony here. Go on, you guys both had a great show last night.
We had a great time last night. It's
We
half
should
the
we
fun.
should do a show with me meeting Anthony at the casino down here in Philly.
That would be a
That's
fun live stream.
It's colorful sometimes. It's interesting.
That'd be a meme that writes itself over and over again.
I'm
All right,
telling
guys. Well, great seeing you all. Great seeing you again, Mike. But Glenn,
Alrighty.
Will, let's not be strangers. I'll
right.
come up with a format. We can get you guys back on a show in the near future. We need to do it. So maybe
Thanks
after
for
the
letting
Lucas
us.
Museum.
Thanks for
Sounds
letting
good.
us cap like number 1 and number 300. I feel like
Yay.
I feel like we've been with you.
I
for
think
the
we're
journey
on
now.
more than number 1, Glenn. But
Right, you were before the episode. Number
That's
1
right,
for the
we're
first
like
cap
minus.
update happened in June.
Oh,
You guys had
okay.
already done like 3 shows with me before I decided to try that. So no, you guys were first.
All right.
First, Mike, you missed it. Here it is. I'll show one last time. There
Oh
was
yeah.
first episode right there.
Wow.
And your camera sucked. You were like worse than Anthony's freezing. You like
Yeah.
right there. You were frozen probably for like 5 minutes like that. You could talk, but you just sat there looking like a sock puppet on the
Who
screen.
is that kid in his 20s in the upper right?
You mean the sexy individual with the baseball cap?
Oh no! Is there a baseball cap? It looks like he's wearing a Spider-Man.
I
shirt.
think he was
tell.
making a XXX cowboy movie or something.
Holy mackerel!
Oh boy. And on that note, all right, gentlemen, I'll be in touch. And I will, after we're all done here, I'll text you guys and tell you what that one piece of art was.
Okay.
Sounds cool.
Very
it'll
cool.
blow your mind.
Buy
Well,
what
All right,
you
guys.
love.
See ya.
thanks again.
Take care, everybody.
All right. Next up, we got some collectors already in the green room ready to join us. And I see that we've gotten, how many people have done the giveaway already? 87 out of 118 people watching live right now have entered the giveaway. All you got to do is put in hashtag CAF300 and hit enter into the chat to be entered into the giveaway. And, as a reminder, anybody who's on screen with me tonight can do that. I won't, you're a collector, you're here. You want to have a chance at the giveaway. I'm not going to hold it against you. You are allowed to to be a part of this. So let me see. I got to go over to this green room tab because this is still all new to me. I see I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I've introduced 5 people into the studio. So let me bring in my next round of guests. I don't think everyone's here, but we got 5 out of the 7. We got Dino, we got Carl, we got James. Oh, I got Will back in there. He's walking around. Sideshow Bob and Larry. But Larry's not here with us. At least his camera isn't with us. There he is.
Larry's there.
Larry, you're muted though. You are muted.
Oh, sorry, it's been a while. I don't know how to use this thing.
Yeah, you haven't been on the show in a while, Larry. What's up with that? We got to get you back on here.
Man, I struggle just to find this 20 minutes that you have me on. I got daddy duties as soon as I get off of work. It's pretty much take up all night. I barely got the kid bathed and trying to get him to go to sleep. So it's a different world now.
Well, most of us have been there. We totally understand and sympathize with you. But you're back to collecting. That's what's important. And you're here this evening. Sideshow Bob's having a glass of wine. I didn't even think to do that. I should be celebrating right now for this 300th episode.
You really should be.
And I dressed up for it too. I
Carl,
anymore, and I just said, you know what, I'm gonna dress up for this one. This is a big event.
Well, you're in Hollywood. You probably always look good all the time, Carl. No, not all.
I don't use this anymore. It's just I rarely use it. So.
All right. Well, I'm glad you dressed up. Thank you for doing that. You got your own show out there these days, interviewing collectors and similar. That's awesome. I mentioned that in the email I sent out today. It's like, I think that so many things changed when we started doing these streams. I mean, initially we were just looking for something to do, right? I mean, 6 years ago, it was there was a desolate few months as in that March and April timeframe before we rolled into May. And I really think that for us, I mean, as a community with comic art fans, I think a lot of stuff just really just ramped up and just kept evolving and changing quickly, all because we just started getting together and hanging out. I always the moment I felt like these streams were important was when I was on camera talking about whatever the hell I was talking about, and there was 5 or 6 people carrying on a totally different conversation in the chat, which made me feel like they were ignoring me. But that made me feel like I'd finally accomplished something with what we were doing, and it's like just kind of steamrolled since then. I don't know about you guys, but all of you were there right at the beginning, and I sincerely appreciate that.
So you've been on 300 straight weeks? Is this what it is?
Technically, I think I've missed a couple here. I skipped San Diego's. I don't do a stream there. So, but this is the 5th episode happened on August 22nd, 2020. So literally 6 years ago. So I missed a couple. That's all right.
6 years. I just remember, I mean, you really showcase the community. I mean, CAF has always showcased the art first and the collectors behind the art, but I think the CAF live shows and getting us together and doing the nightly get together with the community, that really showcased the collectors, the people, the folks behind this community that makes it very special. And whether or not the art was presented or sold or displayed really was secondary to the people connecting with each other. So.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it, with the guest previously, but it was kind of the social network for me, CAF, and then the CAF live shows during COVID, right? People trying to create a connection or establish a connection when, you have to go back to those times, but this community was my social network. And, the CAF Live was kind of the core of that in the CAF website as well. So it'll always have a very, very special place.
And James, you actually had your camera under your bed. Is that right? The first shows? It was a bunk bed or something, or ceiling bed.
Still there.
And you had still under his bunk bed.
That's his little special place.
Hey,
that's right.
I'm going to do a feature show, Bill, where I'm going to go on top of the bunk bed.
Right, you need to change things up a little bit in there. And hey, I did see one other guest that I invited in here. Let's see, where are we with them? Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I could take naps during
Benz. Let me get that giveaway off the screen so we can actually see him.
Hey, you have the monochrome filter on Fish.
I do.
Yeah, I don't know what's it's disappearing. It's like
oh,
remember this thing? You guys remember this thing?
Yes.
I remember that so well.
Looks
James,
familiar.
I think your face is on here too. I think all of your faces are on here. Dino, this is yours. I told you you left it at my house.
Yeah, I left it there with a party and never came back with
That was a
it.
special night.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
good times.
Oh
Oh,
my
that's right.
God.
That's right.
That's insane.
Long time ago.
Yeah,
Uh,
I like
very
what
true.
James was saying though, where I was stuck inside of an apartment in Manhattan with nowhere to go, and during COVID, this really was the one outlet that we had, and that just started it. Then throw onto it the annual awards ceremonies and the sort of glam up on those. Like this is you've created a hell of a monster here.
Well, I
Almost-
did everything that
almost
felt
COVID.
right. That first best ofs after then for what was that, the best of 2020 and we did it in 2021. I mean, it felt like we needed to make a statue, right? And all that it just seemed right. All the things that we did, just everything that came out of it was natural. We didn't force anything. And I think that's what made everything just feel just right. It worked well for everybody. And
Do you still have the energy for it? Can you go another 300 episodes?
I hope so.
Hey,
I hope so. Yeah.
Honestly, if you hit 300 episodes, can't you go into syndication?
Maybe.
6 seasons.
I don't think anybody would have me. I'm not really. To this day, I feel like I stammer my way through most of these shows, and but I enjoy it because I feel like I spent CAF kind of was at least for me just something to work on for 18 years. If the pandemic didn't happen, I'd be working at a Western wear shop right now. I mean, everything changed. So I appreciate it. I have a lot of fun with it, but it wasn't intentional.
I'm sure
Did you-
many of you heard
Have you gone
that,
back and watched that first one? Like
Oh,
first episode.
it's bad. Yeah, it's yeah. Well, you saw the screenshot I shared earlier. Yeah, that's yeah. And then I did take a look at the first episode I streamed live of the CAF update, and it was pretty bad too. But hey, no one else was doing it, so
That's the charm, dude. That's the whole charm of it. Because I feel very lucky because I was collecting in the bubble, and I think out of everyone here, I'm probably like the noob, and I felt like interacting with everyone here has taught me so much. Where I think even in the recent recordings, I've been just being intentional about learning more because there's just so much to this hobby. So I think Bill, intentional or not, I think you've touched many people like myself who was able to kind of onboard into a community and not get stuck in that bubble. So I think this hitting 300 is well worth the work, and I hope you stick it out for another 300. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, the cool thing is I feel like a lot of us met each other for the first time through these streams. That first Heroes that we went to was remarkable for those who made it. I showed that picture from Heroes in the mailing today. It was just so much fun because I felt like after talking to so many people for 2 years that I knew everybody, and I feel like I learned a lot about you guys as collectors and just the friendships that you guys made in the collecting community. That I kind of had my blinders on. It just made CAF seem that much more special. And again, I mean, it's I am grateful for every moment that I've heard good things like that, and that I get to keep doing this with the CAF team these days.
So Bill, you're on 300 straight. What's changed since episode? I mean, in terms of what you see in the industry and the collecting hobby, any big differences you've seen since we started this?
Fewer deal makers.
Yeah. Yes, there was. There's been a few. Yeah, certainly. I don't know. I mean, certainly there's a lot more interest, right? There's at least 4 times the reps that were in here 6 or 7 years ago. I mean, I think people have looked at the hobby as an opportunistic place to plant their flag, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that's certainly a lot that's changed in the last 6 years, I think. But all of that's good. I mean, we're part of that is getting to see the Lucas Museum come to fruition, like we've talked about, but getting to see more art shows. I mean, the attention that's come to the hobby for all those reasons are good things, I think, for us all. It just means it's still it makes us sound a little less geeky when we talk about what it is we do, and certainly when we're at shows I feel like more people, understand when, that when we're carrying a portfolio, we're actually not an artist. We're, in most cases, we're a collector, and all those things have changed, since the days that I started collecting and going to shows. But I'm more curious, what the next 6 years are going to bring. To be honest, I think that with as much change as we've seen in, since 2020 to now, I can only imagine that it's just going to continue to ramp up. I mean, how many new auction houses can we see plop, come into the space, right? I had another one contact me this week that was primarily dealing in coins and paper money, but they're going to start dabbling in OA, and and another group that managed to buy a collection from somebody or doing a big auction on some platform right now. So I just feel like, sort of what we talked about, the whole thing about art coming into boomers' hands. I think we're going to see a lot of new artwork come out into the market, and it's going to come out in different ways, in ways that we just don't expect. It's not everybody who's going to turn to Heritage or Comic Link or eBay. Some of them are going to be opportunistic and just kind of do it themselves. So I think as CAF, we can only hope that in some ways that these people kind of look to us first, and we can hopefully kind of steer them in the right directions. But it's all going to be interesting.
Bill, I'm in the middle of teaching a class. I told them I'd be back there at 9:40. I just wanted to show up and congratulate you, and look at all the faces here. Look at all these people. We all know each other, and a large part of that is you. It's not just the art. You've interconnectivity of people that you brought, which is amazing, and not just the 6 of us or the 7 of us. I'm talking about OAX and all that. It's just been fantastic. Also, I'm pretty sure you could replace Marcus with a bot that just says like random crap, and no one would ever notice, right? Totally. It's just like bots.
Wait a minute. How do you know Marcus is real? We might have invented Marcus about 18 years ago. He's been posted on the site for a long time, and yeah, he's our chat bot here too.
We love him. All right. Good night, everybody. I'm gonna watch this on the rewind. Thank you so much for inviting me back. Congratulations.
See you, Fish.
I have to ask, Bill, is it just me, or are you like everywhere? I feel like I run into you literally everywhere. The most.
I don't know. Well, yeah, that's because you seem to frequent the restaurants that I go to in LA, Carl. I mean, on Wilshire Boulevard. Who would have thought that we'd run into each other there? But no, I don't know. I don't go to too many shows. Outside of at the Heroes and San Diego, and I don't have any plans to go to New York just yet. But yeah, no, I don't know. I tried. I'm trying to get out a little bit more, as much as I do like to stay at home and stay in this office all the time. But no, I don't know. It's I'm having a lot more fun. But the thing, I do enjoy going to shows. Yeah. I definitely do that, and I will be going to IX in the fall, because I just love getting to see all the illustration art. I know you've got a few painted pieces on your back wall.
A good amount, yeah. That show's on my list. I gotta check it out. But Newell's been pushing me to go to IC3 because he is raving about it, and he picked up this. We just recorded this episode, and he sent me this gift. And I did like a live unpacking, and he had Jim Rugg sign it for me.
Oh, cool!
Love for Weapon X, so that was cool.
And Bill, after all these shows, I mean, I know you've become a business to yourself, and the whole CAF network and all the shows and the OAX. There's a lot of things you have to manage, but you still enjoying having the fun, doing the shows and still feeling like you're just old Bill Cox. Yeah, like
no, I do. I if I didn't, I would do something else. I can assure you. But no, I still I don't. I feel like there's still so much work to be done, and now that we have a bigger team at CAF, I mean, with Gazra at the helm, and with there's so many more things we can accomplish. I mean, OAX would never have been possible 6 years ago, right? I mean, my aspirations for that show were very, very small. I mean, not much more than what we did when we went to Columbus in 2022. James, you were there. You knew what that was like, and so I just look at it as every day is new, and it's exciting. There's more opportunities for comic art fans and the hobby than ever before, and so I still enjoy it. I love it. I might not. I don't stream 5 times a week like I did in 2022, but but yeah, I've got more important things to do. Around the business that I enjoy doing, and So no, I do. I love it, and the fact that there's so much I don't know, camaraderie that's come out of these conversations, and also seeing that CAF continues to flourish, right? I mean, we went through that redesign a few months ago, and that was tough for a lot of people to see the site change after not changing for 12 years. But I look at it now, and site traffic's up. We were looking at the metrics that really kind of dictated us to make those changes, and everything's essentially working out like we expected it to. And so even when we have to make hard decisions like that kind of make me feel like, oh, I don't want to like get in front of people and talk about it, things are still going in the right direction. So it's always positive, and my outlook on things is more bright than it was 6 years ago, for sure.
Well, you got kids working for you now, right? I mean, they're hosting the show.
It's child labor.
Well, they do work on the cheap. Yeah, when I'm not available, Gwen and Ashton have hosted shows. But Matt DiTullio's hosted a few shows. He's done his own art drops. Tatiana came in last week when I couldn't make the CAF update, and so that's the cool part about it. We have more people who can step in and step up and add a little bit of variety to the shows. I mean, come on, Larry, you hosted a collector conversation one time all by yourself,
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I was the back end production team, but yes, he did.
There, okay.
Yeah.
I witnessed it.
But he was good. He did great. We need him back on. Larry?
It's okay. Bill's getting paid back for all the Pokemon tournaments he's had to fly to because
right, or sit at home alone through. It was more than anything. But But yeah, I still love it. I hope everybody else enjoys it as much as we do here at GAF. And
I think the chat wants a Larry Tun show.
They want a Larry. Yeah, there's chanting Larry.
Yeah.
Larry. That's like we could probably
We'll
pull
see.
up like an old Boston Celtics thing and take a clip out of that for people chanting Larry. I like that.
Or just a segment on the Thursday update. Just here's Larry's opinion. And just start showing him art.
Maybe one day I need to do a drop like Jordan and just drop 100 pieces on a show.
You should.
Yeah.
Bills are perked up.
Hey,
FedEx box.
Jordan sold
FedEx
he
box.
sold $101,000 on that show, and he turned down a $45,000 offer.
Wow.
So that could have been a record for an individual seller if he would have accepted that one. So no, I mean, so yeah, stuff like that is always surprising, and fun. And it made, even last night's show, you get Tim Winhold shows up and the show ends up going almost $60,000, right? You just never know what's going to happen, but that's the fun part of this. It's, there's still, you kind of put things out there and you hope things work well. And, when you build the right community around it, things work out. I mean, that's why OAX is so successful and these shows continue to be successful. And I firmly believe that, anything that we set our minds to is going to be successful as well. And it'll always be, driven by what we feel is needed in the community. And yeah, I mean, again, it's a fun role and position for us all to be in on the CAF team, but it's not one that we don't take lightly, but it's challenging every day.
I got two things real quick. First, I'll still be your first trade. It's going to happen. And second, is there any way to see the bug leg, Bob?
The bug, what?
So
Oh.
the bug leg's just over
There
there.
it is.
So,
What is this?
All right, well, we got to go full screen
Starship
here.
Troopers.
but the bug leg's fun. So that's
Yeah.
my 7-foot tall bug leg from Starship Troopers. But I will say that I pulled this puppy out for the show.
Oh,
The Mr. Freeze.
Men in Black. Oh, Mr.
Schwarzenegger,
That's amazing. I remember when you got that. That was awesome.
Hey, we need a pun.
Yeah, it's time to chill.
There you go.
Often diversify.
But no, I will say just on that note,
That's huge.
so I'm involved in a couple other, collecting communities, and maybe it's the one-of-one nature of comic art. Maybe it's just the people, that have always seemed to have gone through an evolution in their collecting cycle, from collecting books to then getting slabs to then going to art. But there's no community like this. I don't know if you could do it in the prop community. I know you can't do it in coins, but and I don't know if it's just because, Bill, you kind of crafted this out of nothing. But it is a unique place. with unique people that, you know, I mean, I would have been unlikely to bump into half of these people that I call my friends, you know, and very close friends too. So, you know, I don't know to say thank you to you or the whole team or the whole community, but like, you know, there's nothing like this anywhere in the other sort of collecting silos.
Nope, I completely agree. And before we switch to the next group of collectors, I mean, for me, it's the thing is CAF works because people like to share collections, and anybody who is open in that way with things that they treasure are in my opinion, you know, they're going to be likable. They want to be social. I mean, that's part of why we show off the things that we love, right? And it's not for everybody. We know there's lots of people in the hobby that don't, and that's okay. And we don't know them as well either. And you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But for those of us, you know, who like to do that, you know, we've made one hell of a club, you know, of 20,000 regular people coming to CAF, you know, on a weekly basis, right? I mean, that's pretty special. And we may not know them all, but the ones who like to get out there and show off their collections and talk and comment, I think we all lead a much more rewarding collecting life because of it, and that's what's special about it.
I think you also have more fair. There's also more fair dealing too, right? When everybody knows each other, you know, there's a lot less broken deals or bad deals. There's still some, you know, some bad actors here and there, but generally speaking, you know, everyone knows each other, so there's no screwing each other over. You know, there's no anonymity.
Things get fixed really quick when anything comes close to somebody getting screwed over. That's for sure. You know, that's the beauty of it. You can't. We're too small of a hobby for to have too many bad actors in it. I think that's really kind of the big point there. But I hate to do this to you guys, so I gotta switch to the next group. I see 6 other people in the green room raring to go. But gentlemen, again, you know, we wouldn't be where we were today if you guys weren't there in the first year, kind of pushing things along in the chat and then coming on to the streams and taking time out of your day to make the channel that much more fun. So I really appreciate it, and I know we're all gonna be on camera again in the future. That's for sure.
Yeah, Bill, last comment.
Congrats, Bill.
You say there's 20,000 every week, but it's still 7,000 short of the potential of XXX. So I'll leave it at
that. To 600.
We're never going to be able to live that one down, Carl. Never. Cheers.
Congratulations.
Bill. No, guys.
All right, guys.
See you, Bill. See you guys.
Thanks for coming
See ya.
on. All right. I've got another group here in the green room. Let me get them queued up. I see I've got 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and all right, there we go. I think I've got everybody here. So let's see. I've got Derek. I've got Blackbeard. That's a surprise. Wonder effing woman. People were shouting for Jill earlier. We've got Jay in New Jersey. Kavi. Thank you for coming, Kavi. And last but certainly not least, Khalil.
What a crew! What a crew here!
I know.
Yes.
Wow! All stars.
Man.
Obviously, this is the fun crew.
That's
I
I knew we had to end with a bang here, right? And this was the group to do it. I mean, but Newell, you're the only one who decided to wear some CAF gear today. You know, you got Jason. He's wearing Team Oreo stuff. Man, what's up with that? But you know,
Bill,
wait,
come on, man. This is my old T-shirt. Look, it's fading, but I had to do. Yeah,
I get it. You got to represent it. And
Yeah.
Blackbeard has on the Indiana Jones shirt. Yeah, there we go. That was a good one.
I was looking at the plethora of CAF related shirts I had to wear, and I was like, I'll go with the oldest one that I have.
Yeah.
Well, that's, you know, I didn't get to mention that in any of the segments, but the gift giving in this community over the last 6 years has been special. And I don't just mean people sending stuff my way, just the idea that printing stickers, cutting knives, or box cutting knives from Mikhail. I mean, to the T-shirts, to that print that that Fish just showed off on the
This is a
blanket,
gift from
to
Marcus.
next comic art. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody just really got into the spirit of just having fun and giving and being creative and like we've been saying all along. I mean, there isn't any other hobby like this. We've talked. I've said it numerous times. Everybody who collects, in my mind, is a creative, and in this group, in this community that we are all enjoying ourselves in, we revel in it like every day. We're trying to think how we can outdo ourselves the next time, and I just think that's so much fun. It always makes me, leaves me guessing, what's going to be the next cool thing. What's the sticker I'm going to get from Marcus when I go to San Diego this year? You just never know what's waiting around the corner.
No, it's unbelievable. I got a shipment from Mark Hay recently, and there was a random piece in there that was like, I hadn't ordered it. I didn't know anything about it, but I could look at the content and know that it was for me. And it was a gift from John C. on CAF, just a random, unexpected gift. And that happens all the time in this hobby. Like Bob was saying, the community that's formed is really admirable and special. And
I know all you guys, known all of you before meeting you in person, but we've all been together in person multiple times. The crew that was on before, same thing, right? So it's this this shared interest that's kind of brought us together, and I'm not sure if I'm more excited than knowing when we're going to get together. Rare as it may be, then we're going to get together, and then we have our chats, we have our we do deals between each other, and all that. So there's just I think I said in the chat earlier too. The positive energy that I've experienced, and there's Aranga, hello.
Now it's really the heavy hitter group.
Hey, I mean, you're very
the parties we can start now.
Speaking of positive energy,
punctual may not be your strong suit. However,
hey, shit for brains! I've been in the green room for 25 minutes.
It was.
Yeah, the show wasn't playing back there.
I want to hear this punctuality bullshit. I've been sending messages like, "Hey, yo, what the fuck?"
Ranga, you were in there so early that you slid so far off the screen. It was like a Claim 15 Dino moment where you were so buried.
No, punctuality is not appreciated.
You did forget to wear your eye patch though.
It's a little bizarre though, because
we already took ours off.
I'm letting my cousin Blackbeard pull the look off for tonight.
We're all here on time. I don't know. Punctuality may be appreciated.
Khalil, you shut up and tell us like that saccharine bullshit you were just doing on. Let's go.
Yeah, the community changed a lot when Aranga started appearing on the shows.
What's up, brother? Long time no see, by the way.
Yeah.
Khalil's been flying on the radar.
So here's the thing: we were mentioning the other day, right? So I'll just say one example: Comic Connect, Mark Teixeira. Black Panther piece, great piece pops up on my alerts from the second issue from the Chris Priest run. I message Aranga. I said, "You see this?" He's like, "Yeah, I saw it 10 minutes ago." I said, "All right, well, I think I'm gonna go for it." He said, "Okay, well, all right, cool, brother." Like those interactions, they may be sporadic, but they give me a pop, a positive pop. You know what I mean? Throughout the day, and I want to call out two people, James. He was on before. He kind of pulled me in years and years back, and I'm happy he did that. So I'm going to give him all the kudos that way. And then Kavi, I'm not going to get any details, man. My brother's been through a lot here the last couple of years, so I'm glad you're here today, and I'm glad you're smiling, and hopefully this community, all this brings a positive bump to you too. So that's it.
I appreciate being invited. I wasn't sure whether I was going to make it or not, but I would have hated to miss it if I was awake. So I'm awake, very tired, have had a tough couple weeks and months, frankly, this year. But honestly, I've heard more from people in this community with, messages of support or condolences or, regardless of what thing going on with me has been going on the last several months, that it's pretty heartwarming. So I do really appreciate it. Like more people from this community than like the hundreds of other people I've known from other communities, whether it's comics, music, coworkers, high school, college. More people from this community have reached out with their their personal messages as opposed to like a social media thing or whatever. And that says a lot. So I really appreciate that. And
I
thanks for the
wouldn't
invite.
trade it for any other hobby, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I still remember the first time I met Kavi in person. That's
Oh,
what's so
was it
special. It was at New York.
Oh, it was in New York. Okay. Yeah. Which one was that? Which year was it?
Was it 20?
21.
21? Yeah.
Okay.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was the wide lanes with like 50% capacity.
With still
first year.
masks and
With
you had
masks
you had already hurt your leg, I think.
No, I didn't hurt my
it was
leg.
it was pre, but you were already. But anyways,
it was pre any surgeries on my leg.
With everyone, there's this because it's not childhood or college. Like I have these visceral memories of like meeting everyone for the first time, and it's.
Well, I remember because it was me, you, and Dan T.
Yep.
Doing our
down in the food hall. Yep.
Yeah. That was awesome. Good show.
But good to see you, brother.
Yeah, good to see you. Thank you.
So, Jill, we haven't heard from you.
Here I am.
Nice to see you. Well, Marcus, he wants more Jill and less Bill. That's always been his mantra. He wants you to take over the Tuesday night shows and start doing interviews.
He may not be the only one, Bill. I'm not saying it's me, but he may.
All right. Well, he's the only one that tells me that. So if we get a few more votes, maybe Jill will take over.
I mean, I had that collector show with Casey not too long ago. Still around, still doing my thing, still going to OAX, still collecting. Recently though, I don't know if anybody else has noticed this. Finally, there are some Kickstarters and some like long overdue commissions that are finally getting filled. So honestly, I took a little bit of a pause because I started to look at how much outstanding stuff I still had and was like, yeah, I need to start chasing some people before I collect some more. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. As working, living, trying to not burn up in Texas heat and all that good stuff.
Heat. Texas heat.
I know, Khalil. All right, Khalil, you
Khalil, you have a dry heat.
Yeah, that's right. I
don't want to hear from anyone that still has a fan running and noise.
I mean, my fan's on too. You just
I
don't
was
see it
on
over.
with you once, and I had this angle where I had a baseball cap on, and
yeah, and it looked like you had the...
I mean, let's take a moment
to
acknowledge how much better Khalil's internet has gotten over the years.
I was on with Jill. Yes, Jill. Remember that time we were all on together? Well, not really, because I was on there partially.
We all remember.
So yeah.
And a lot of it happened when it was Khalil's turn to start like highlighting art, and it just.
Well, look what I just picked up recently. I'm really excited to share this with you. Yeah, kind of thing. Yeah.
Those were the days. Yeah, those collector conversations really were fun. I mean, they honestly were opened up a lot of. Well, I mean, gosh, I mean that's where a lot of us met each other was during those conversations, just getting everybody together. Yeah.
Remember the Comic Link auction watch parties, Bill? Like.
I did one until they told me to not do them anymore.
I know, that was hilarious.
Hey, I thought it'd be fun. They didn't appreciate it. They felt like their clients would feel like we were skewing results by talking about them. So I don't know. I was like, all right, I get it. That's fine. So we never did another one quite like that. That was okay. It was too much work.
It was too much work.
The professor.
Yeah, Derek.
What's up, man?
What is going on?
Yeah.
Not much. I mean, I just think this is great that we can celebrate 300 episodes. And you talk about, things being hard work. I mean, I know Jill and I both did some of the picks each of the weeks. And I know that was, for me, hard work. And you guys do it, you and Storic do it like almost every week. So I think it's appointment viewing. It's fun for everybody to get acknowledged in the hobby and, just feel that appreciation, feel like you did good by getting a piece that everyone can appreciate. So I think that's, that's a lot of fun, and it's good that we can all share that with one another. And like Mikhail said, I too was a recipient of a gift from John C. and being on the recipient end of it, it feels great, and it's again a testament to kind of like this community that we're all a part of. So, and I'm always happy to hang out with people.
Sorry, Derek.
I don't know who that is.
What is that?
Sorry, Derek.
I have no idea. It's not here. I swear it's not here.
I think the chickens got loose.
It's not. I think it's Aranga. Aranga's he's like his lights are changing. Lights.
Yeah, it was his little like circle around his face going to the beach for a minute.
This is going to be a
we
first.
were just praising the internet. What happened?
Hey, I don't know if you guys noticed or not. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but the second I started shitting on Khalil's old internet, my entire house lost power.
That's what that was. We thought you were being dramatic.
No, like I was like, Khalil, I swear to God, I'm sorry. I'll never talk shit about your internet again. Please.
What's the term? Karma's a.
Like, it was the weirdest thing.
It exists for a reason, I guess.
Yeah. It just came back on. Yikes, Khalil, nothing but love for you, man.
Right. Khalil knows, some of those, Western Bloc hackers that he's close with. He just has to pay him a couple of U.S. dollars, and they can send a nasty attack.
I don't know any of that. That's why I had problems in the first place, right? Like, yeah. Well, I was gonna say, Derek, you were almost done there. But what's cool about this hobby is it cool is that these little corners of geeky fandom that I may not get a chance to. So Derek, right? He's a Transformers guy, and I watched that Transformers the movie. I don't know, a long time ago. I love it. Don't think about it very much, but they're going to release it here in theaters here later this year. I think about Derek. I send a note, and I'm excited because I know he's a hot rod fan. I don't know. So again, just another example of just these little spots. Like I said, I reached out to Aranga about a Black Panther piece. Jill, we share a Wonder Woman. I got Neil Adams' Wonder Woman on the wall here. We share some of this stuff, and I just it's awesome in these little moments to think about. Boom, boom, him, her, him. When you see something come up. So yes, D. And Derek as a gift, he got me a Thundercats piece from a 90s series because I knew he knows I'm a Thundercats fan. Yeah.
I think the first time I met Derek at was it at Heroes? He presented me with not only like a gift from another artist, but like a piece that he had drawn. I mean, it's right. Wild. This hobby just blows me away continuously.
Yeah, I wish Derek would stop giving out gifts because I feel so much pressure to have to give something back to him.
Yeah,
right.
You deal with it well by not doing it.
It's so freaking annoying. Yeah, I feel like if you can't give him anything nice, just don't give him anything at all.
Yeah,
that's
because he has zero expectation for anything in return.
Yeah, right, that's not what Derek? It's about. That's not what it's about. Like rest your conscience easy. I don't want anything for free. I just want to give stuff because I like my friends. That's it.
Yes.
At the most, he wants you on his podcast.
Yes. There you
go. That's fair. I will try to hijack you into coming on my show to talk about some comics, but that's about as far as it goes.
Hey, has anyone here rolled back? Like yesterday, I think I went back and I looked for like my first appearance on CAF, and man, was it like depressing.
What was your first appearance?
It was a collector conversation. Back in, I think, Jill, were you and I on the same show? I don't know. We've been on the collector.
I've been on like 10 of those, so I've probably been on with pretty much everybody at some point.
Yeah, same. But I'm talking about the first
Will,
one that I was
Dino,
on.
James, and I think we're OG. We were the first show of Collector Conversations. I still have my CLAF Collector Conversations spreadsheet bookmarked in my in my laptop, so I can go back to it and know exactly what I picked, 6 years ago.
Yeah, I look at that video and like I still had my fro, I had my hair.
I don't remember that. I'm gonna have to go back and look now.
Yeah, you guys should go back and check that out. Epic. Everyone was talking about like what the stuff that's changed, on the earlier segments and stuff like that. One thing that I've found recently is that's really cool is there's we've all seen like there's new people kind of sort of coming into the hobby, and we see it in the big splashy stuff, I think, but more so than that, I think there's a real cool new wave of people coming in that are collecting like commissions and smaller things and kind of moving into art in that sense. I've seen a lot of it, especially over the last year, and gotten to know some of these people and kind of talk to them about how they're getting into a lot of them aren't even on CAF yet. I'm kind of encouraging them to open up accounts and kind of do that kind of thing. But it's really cool to see. Like, it doesn't have to be the big splashy stuff. Like, this other wave of people that are coming in from appreciating commissions and things like that. That's and those guys are already kind of starting to look at OA and buy that kind of stuff. So looks like we're doing pretty okay as a hobby.
I know a lot of my pals that mainly just focused on comic books. It seems like there's a whole explosion of things, like whatever people feel comfortable with. I have friends that love going to those Hembeck eBay auctions every week, and that's their bread and butter. I've had a bunch of people sign up with CAF accounts. Like, some people didn't know that CAF existed, and when I mentioned it, all of a sudden, boom, it's their entire Supergirl sketchbook is now on CAF, right? So like, that's something for me that when I started, even though I was not the lone man collecting OA, I did feel like I came from a community. We podcast, we talk about comics, we love our hobbies, but there wasn't always that focus in OA. And then now there's some crossover going on. It's not just, limited to, being, I guess what Carl said, like, you're not just in a bubble, you're not just a lone man doing this crazy thing where people are like, you spent how much on what? Like, it's like, now there's, with varying degrees, but people, understand, appreciate it, and even take part in it now. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and I think like we carry. I'll say I feel like a certain responsibility, because I don't know. I think from this group here, I may have been collecting like for the shortest amount of time, so I still kind of remember being new to collecting and stuff like that. I think there's a responsibility to be kind of welcoming and educational in that sense, and shorten the learning curve for these people that are coming in. So I think we should all kind of embrace that.
Well, I'll say, Arang, if there's anybody that's reaching out to me on CAF, it's via CAF, because I'm not on social media much otherwise. It's because they noticed some pieces of my gallery and are asking questions about this community. And what's interesting is I've seen a thread of like an intimidation thing. Mm-hmm. This seems so big and there's so much like, you know what I mean? So part of it is just kind of alleviating that intimidation around, involvement, being able to look and enjoy and potentially, get into it. And I'll reference, there's pieces in my gallery that you can quote unquote say are a little bigger or whatever, but you'll see a lot too that I have because I enjoy the way they look. Like, and there's an aspect of meeting that artist in Aranga, which, you're doing that more for yourself, right? You're taking on these commissions. You have these experiences newly, and I'm sure you got a lot of those folks just trying to get started. And the big thing for me is oftentimes it's just alleviating that. I don't know if the word is concern, but just like, this thing seems too big for me to maybe get into. No, it's not necessarily. And we can talk about how that works.
Yeah,
I've actually been really happy that there have been folks where I feel like maybe I've been mentoring them for like a year or two, and then they finally like won that auction piece, or they finally bought a piece of original art from a creator that they're friends with or something like that. And they, and there always was that initial like, I came in too late, anything I like I won't be able to afford, or all these kind of, I don't know, preconceived notions or perceived roadblocks. And it does feel really good to see people kind of break through that and come on the other side. And maybe they get one piece, or maybe they get a few pieces and they're fine. But or sometimes they turn into like a Hembeck sketch card fiend or something. You never know. But it still feels like, oh great, like and since they're your friends already, I mean, you want to help them navigate the waters and go, hey, when I first got in, I made this mistake. Like, here's what you need, or here's the crash course on how to bid on this auction site versus that auction site, or what do you need to be prepared for? Don't get caught up in the hype. Don't remember there's a buyer's premium, like whatever it is that you're trying to like warn people about.
There's still tax.
Yeah. Like just make sure you know all that stuff before you go too crazy, like all that kind of stuff. So and like I said, that does feel at least different to me. Like I feel like for me, I'm on the other side of that now, where I felt like at the beginning of this, I just wanted to ask questions and be a sponge and try to learn all I could. But now maybe I can pass that along to, other people. Or I guess I told this story on a podcast, but I'll tell this. When George and Tyler T and some of the other gentlemen did their panel at Heroes Con, it was a wonderful panel. And they had made this kind of, I don't know, they were imploring people like, hey, if you're new to the hobby, here's all the things you can do to enjoy yourself with this hobby at Heroes Con, and how you would go about doing it. And don't be shy. Like, come up to somebody, tell them your name, say, I'd like to look at your portfolio, and all that kind of stuff. But of course, in the background, this panel was about to end, and the big plan was, oh, I'm going to go get lunch with all my pals as soon as this panel ends, and I'm starving. And so right when the panel ends, me and my buddy, we get up, we're about to like bolt out to go eat. And somebody comes up and says, hi, my name's blah, blah, blah. And can I see your portfolio? And there was that part of me that's like, yeah, nice to meet you. I'm going to go get something to eat. But I had that like moment where I just went, wait, click, like, wait,
not right now.
Nice to meet you. Like, here's my portfolio. Like, this is what I'm into. This is what I collect. And we stopped and we sat there for the next 10 or 15 minutes and everything like that. And I'm like, okay, I have to be a good ambassador, right? Like, just they just talked about this. I can't bolt out right now. So I did that, and then I bolted out and got something to eat. But that's
you're too sweet, Derek.
That's the difference, I think.
You're too sweet. They would have been eating my dust as I ran off.
Hobby be damned. Food comes first, right?
Yeah. I'll be a good ambassador on a full stomach.
You tell them what your table number is, and they can see you later.
But
Bill,
in his defense,
anything you mentioned like what things are different for you, but like in terms of the community and stuff, are you feeling anything different? I mean, 300 episodes in, CAF itself, I mean,
with the community, in a weird way, no. I mean, I feel like I feel the same amount of passion for it. I mean, I watch all of your galleries. I see the stuff you're buying. I kind of go through the whole your collecting life with you, because the ebb and the flow of picking pieces up or dry spells, or you picking up that Portasio piece, and it's just like, we all revel in each other's victories when these things happen, when you pick up something like that. And so I don't feel anything different really in the community. I just feel like I mentioned earlier, I just see a lot of things happening outside the community, people seeing different opportunities in different segments. And not all of it like related to like being a rep or commerce related. I think that you're seeing a lot more art books being created, right? I mean, hell, until like a week ago, I didn't even know there was a Jim Lee Marvel book coming out. The point is that people are, they're just seeing art side of things in a different light. And I do think the Lucas Museum had a big factor in that. And that's why I think the next 6 years are going to be way more important than the 6 years that we've all lived through together since the pandemic started. I'm excited for it. I mean, I just can't even imagine the shift, the changes that are going to happen. I have to believe that even in some of the large auction houses that we're going to see some change there. I mean, it can't continue this way with so many auctions happening so regularly from so many different platforms. I mean, I'm not saying one's going to go under, but it's just something has to give, and whatever it'll lead to will be something that is of benefit to all of us, I think. So
yeah,
I'm more interested in that part of it. But yeah, the last 6 years, it's went by really fast. That's all I'll say. So went by way too quick. But again, I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. So many things happened with CAF in that time period, right? Whether it's the channel, it's OAX, it's going through the app development for a year. I mean, we've never really had any downtime or time to really reflect on what happened the year before. Because for me, it's like it's just always been moving on to the next project and adding team members, and it's exciting every single day. Like I said earlier, there's just something new. So for me, I'm just always forward looking at all of this, and I'm just glad all you guys are here with me to do it, and the 122 other people watching us live right now, and Bob Layton and Joey in the green room who are watching us right now.
I promised Jeff Wedding I would say Star Wars at some point during my appearance. So I think he's out at a WNBA game tonight or something. So I'm gonna be here to just say Star Wars. There you go.
Nice.
Does anyone else feel like this show has been just overly positive to this point? Like, can we talk about let's get in the muck. Let's talk about like some negatives, and let's get some hot goss in here.
I would have to bring Bob Layton in to do
told
that.
this was a 20-minute segment, guys.
That's right. I did. I told Bob Layton he was going to be on 16 minutes ago. He's okay though.
Wait a second. Bob Layton is waiting on us this time?
Anyone else going to be a New Jersey Comic Archon in 10 days before I leave?
Is anyone going to the New Jersey Comic
I'll be
Archon?
there. So I just wanted to say I'll be there. So maybe
when is that?
That's next Sunday, right?
10 days. Yeah.
I bet Jason will be there.
Yeah,
Jason. Yeah. Who
Copy,
dropped
I've been
out,
there
by the way.
once.
He had enough.
Yeah. P.S. What happened to
Jason?
Jason?
Best pieces at that show 6 years ago.
You probably had to feed the fish.
That may be.
Wait, feed the fish or fish?
He had to clean up his
Blackbeard
desk.
was doing something nasty to the
He had to run
fish.
over to Fish's place.
Always has to clean up his desk.
Right.
But I'm glad all of you have been there with me throughout all this. Honestly, I mean, from the earliest collector conversations. I mean, looking at all you, we were in there together, right? In the first 10. I mean, we did so many of them together. It made that first year so special for me. Honestly, it made me want to work harder and made me want to have more shows because I got to hang out with you guys. I mean, I felt like I lived like a hermit leading up to that moment, and everything changed, and we kind of got to experience it all together. And we're continuing that here.
There was a time, like a year and a half, where what you were doing with the dueling dealers was bordering on insane. The amount of work and effort and costuming and sets that went into it. It was pretty spectacular, and I would urge the Newells to go back and watch what CAF was and what it became.
That was a lot. You're right.
That was one of the more creative moments in my life. Was the first year and a half of Dueling Dealers. Yeah, I mean, we don't talk about that a lot, but it was some of the most fun I ever had.
Oh, it was peak pandemic, Thursday night entertainment, just must see TV. It really
Shenanigans.
was. Yep.
Yeah, it was. You did not know what was going to happen one week or the next, and I didn't usually either until about 36 hours before the show, and then we just crammed it all together and made it into something. So it was fun. It was definitely very enjoyable, and we don't have the time for that anymore. But there's still a lot of. I feel like I'm doing creative things. It's just not quite as fun and insane as that.
So basically, what I'm hearing is spin-off channel with live comic link watch parties and more skits.
Yes, yes, exactly. Yeah, we don't have enough memes anymore.
I love that you went straight to comic link watch parties.
Isn't that what Bill said? Or was it Comic Connect?
No, it was a comic link watch party.
It was okay.
I would listen to a podcast live, harassing any.
I do a comic link watch party. It would consist of like 3 hours after the show. Like I'd be like, oh, that was today, which is literally how I am at every comic link auction. Oh shit, was that today?
All right, now you're going to get us into trouble. All right.
That's why we get so many deals on those focused auctions, man.
Well, I will jump on with Aranga and whoever on the follow-up negative, but we'll do a tinge of positive, right, Aranga?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll do that.
Bill, just give us a 30-minute show where we can just talk shit.
Oh, you mean get drunk and leave comments?
Get drunk, leave comments. That should be the whole
We
show.
might create a
Leaving
special
comments on
channel
people's
just
art.
for that.
Just for that.
Yeah.
Oh, we just chill. And
Internet connection.
Also, I'm not a fan of your new green room, Bill. The fact that I can't see the show while I'm in the green
couldn't
room.
watch the show from the green room.
you couldn't watch it. See, I didn't know what was going to
Gotta be on
happen.
a separate deal.
Well, we won't use that again. It was only because the standard studio room only allows for 12 people, and I knew that with over 20 people being invited, that I had to come up with a way. But I would have thought you would have been able to watch the show while it's going on.
Staring at my mug.
All right. Well, I'm sorry about that. But on that note, I got to bring Bob Layton in here. He's got stuff. He's got a drink and draw to talk about. But listen, you guys know what you've meant to this channel and to me for the last 6 years. And again, your friendship means more to me than I could ever convey to you. But
Likewise.
Long live
See you guys.
the original art community. We have made something great together, and it's only going to continue to get better.
All right.
Congratulations, Bill.
Thanks for having us on to celebrate, Bill.
Yeah.
300.
All right.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Here's to the next 300. See you guys. Poor Aranga. He was trapped in green room hell for all by himself for a while there. But next up, someone who's been, I guess if you have to, I don't know, count up all the times he's been on here, he's probably been on this channel second only to me. So bringing in Mr. Bob Layton, Joey Croner. Gentlemen, nice to see you.
I'm celebrating 300, baby. 300, man.
Hey, it's Tom Toenail,
Congratulations, dude.
the formerly known as Tom Toenail. All right. Thank you for that. No one played any music for the 300th episode. I didn't even do
you
it.
know that. Listen, we started this journey with Where in the World is Bob Layton back in April of 2023. We've done over 50-something episodes of me being on here acting like an asshole, and eating weird food just for your entertainment,
From episode one.
I got to say that I don't know too many places that would allow me to do this stuff. I thought about it while I was waiting in the green room. I should have talked to Castro about putting together a highlight reel of all the dumb shit I've done on this channel.
Oh, I could do that for you. Porkgasms and all the other things that you've.
Man, yeah.
You ate a stingray for us.
But yeah, we started this, like I said, in April of 2023. We've done 50-something episodes of Where in the World is Bob Layton?
Oh yeah, it's almost 60, I think.
Almost
right now.
60 now, right? And you got a couple more coming up. We'll talk about that. But no, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And by the way, I listened to the last couple of conversations you had with the guys. I think the new site is amazing. I think it's really, it's much more user friendly. I think the art's displayed well. It's searches are easy. So well done for you and Kasra both.
We spent a lot of time on it, and change is hard. 12, for not updating it in 12 years, I think
Come on,
we did a
people,
really good
just
job.
evolve, for fuck's sake, okay?
Yeah. Oh, I know. Well, we built the app first, and then from the app we took that design and we put it on the site. A lot of people thought we worked it backwards, but it felt right to us to do it that way, and I agree. I'm glad. Initially, people were a little upset about it, but I think at the end of the day, the site's traffic's up. our Google ranking. We used to be at the bottom of page 2. We're moving on up. I mean, all of that stuff is like what we wanted to see happen from making the changes. And so now we have a beautiful site that we can build off of for the future, for the next, well, it's been out there 23 years. For the next 23 years, we have a platform to work from.
So Joey had because he moved. He doesn't live in town anymore, so he's out in the country. So he had to, like hustle to get in here in time to do the show from the shop. But you made it. Good one, Joey. We had drink and draw last night. We were there late, so we did a Jack Kirby's birthday celebration.
Oh, cool. So what was so that was the theme? Was all the artwork? Oh.
Yeah.
I've got some of it right here.
Yeah, but basically, since we're not going to be here next week, because Joey and I will be at GalaxyCon in San Jose, and then we're flying to Dragon Con to do Dragon Con the next week, which means there'll be at least one very large episode of Where in the World is Bob Lee. When I go back to the States, it'll be the first time I've been back since OAX 2 years ago.
Right, and you will be in Florida after.
And that's the thing. I'm staying at Jill and Jason's, right? So I'm literally 45 minutes from you and Castro. So no friggin' excuses, okay? We got to at least see each other while I'm there.
I agree. I think if we could do it, it'd be cool to throw together some kind of drink and draw, right? You have a friend who has a coffee shop.
I'm going to be there from I get after Dragon Con. I get there on the 8th, and I'm going to be there until the 7th of October.
All right. Well, let's plan in advance when we might do the get together. So it's like not on a night that I have to stream or whatever. Let's figure out a good time to do it.
Yeah, I have to do a drink and draw at my daughter's coffee shop too. She has a Foxtail coffee shop in Riverview, Florida, and so she's like, Dad, if you're gonna come, you have to do a drink and draw there. So.
Well, we've got some sketch cards and things. We can bring some material for you guys to sketch on.
I will be there for my birthday. Because of this trip, we had to postpone the Iron Man cake contest at Dyson Comics Cafe here. So we're gonna do it when I get back. Nobody in Korea knows what my damn birthday is anyway. So we just said, let's reschedule it. Right? We're gonna do it on the 15th, right, Joey?
Yeah, October 15th.
Yeah. So
a little belated birthday, but they all love making those cakes for you, Bob.
Cakes are fun.
Last year's was amazing. You saw it. I mean, some of them were just outstanding. So
I've got actually an idea of a cake to do a cake for you now. I'm going to work up something for you for that. So October 15th, huh? Joey, maybe what I'll do is I'll make the cake. I'll send you a videotape of it, and you can put it up on the TV while show it off. All right.
Oh, nice.
Talk to the proprietor.
All right, I've got it. I got an idea.
All right,
but so let me remind everybody that we are doing 10 giveaways. We'll do them after the segment here with Bob and Joey. But to be entered into the giveaway, you have to type #CAF300, hit enter in the chat, and you will be entered into the drawing. We literally have exactly 100 people entered into the giveaway. So right now, 10% of you are going to win something from the giveaway. There are 108 people watching.
Such a deal.
Can I enter it too?
Yeah, of course. Anybody who's on,
I'll do it now.
Okay.
The shipping might be a bitch, but we'll work it out.
Well, I'll be in the States with Bob for a couple of weeks.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, he's coming with me. Yeah. So those guys are going to be at either Dragon Con or GalaxyCon. Come find us, and we're gonna have some drink and draw artwork for sale. There.
Bring some of that, some exclusive covers.
Yeah, well,
prints.
You saw Joey. You tell them about the gallery showing we did, right? You know about that.
Oh yeah,
I do have. I have a video segment that I can show. Joey, why don't you tell us about it? I'll show the clip.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the one of the biggest chains of art stores in Korea was collaborating with the Copic company. And then they invited us to do a Copic sponsored art exhibition. And yeah, since all the pretty much all the drink and draw art is drawn with Copic markers, we put a bunch up there. So we had a bunch of Bob's stuff. We had some of Minkyu Jung's things and Ji Hyung Lee, Travis Moore, Danny Kim.
My pupil Joanne Kim.
Yeah. and Joanne and yeah, we sold a bunch of stuff, and now Joanne's stuff afterwards, people from China were sending me messages to get that. They're probably the same person's probably gonna want this that she did last night.
Wow, that's from the Kirby drink and draw. That's awesome.
Yeah.
When I teach them, they stay taught, brother.
Well, where can we buy that, Joey?
This one? If someone wants it, I can bring it with me to the States.
Oh, you should probably bring some of the other.
You gotta bring a portfolio for sure.
Because I think, someone's definitely gonna want it.
Yeah,
And
I did Dr. Doom, of course, because I'm crassly commercial, and
well, you know what's hot, Bob. You have your finger on
it's
the
for
pulse.
charity, man. So I know that we would sell Dr. Doom right now with Doom's Day coming up and all that, right? So I'm not an idiot.
That one will be at GalaxyCon. And
No one would
DragonCon.
ever say you were an idiot, Bob. No
I
way.
just look. The thing is, over the last few years, we raised thousands of dollars for local charities and stuff. We're helping people with cancer here. We're helping animal shelters, all that kind of stuff. So in the Dongdae Mungu area here, so it's like, and credit goes to Joy and Cleo. They've busted their ass to do this, but I donate all my time and effort when I do the cons to the charity thing. I don't really take any of the money myself, because as you know, I don't need money. I just need love, baby.
That's right. And you get a lot of it in South Korea. That's why you're coming back.
It's great here, man. I mean, in the community we have, the drink and draw community here is really a lot of fun. But again, with the gallery showing was really great. It ran for what, 3 weeks, Johnny?
Yeah, well, it ran for most of the month of July.
And we sold quite a few pieces there, and it was really wonderful. This Alpha, it's a chain like Michael's or Sam Flax or that kind of thing here in Korea, and they have this special gallery that they keep just for displaying art and stuff. We had a really nice turnout for the signing. Some schools brought their kids and stuff like that. So yeah, this is right in a 5-story art supply store. They have their own gallery.
Their flagship store downtown.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool. And again, it's like anything we can do, to help the community. That's exactly what it is. So I'll be bringing all the ones we didn't sell. We'll be bringing to the 2 cons with us, and they'll be available. And like I said, all the money goes to a worthy cause. So, for those CAF guys who are going to be at those shows, please turn out and buy one for. Joy had to buy me a new banner because in Hong Kong, somebody bought my banner. We ran out of stuff to sell. Look at this. This is what Danny Kim did.
Dang, that's huge.
It's a monster.
Are you bringing that with us, Joy?
Oh no, it's so big. I've got it in a tube.
It's available too. It's a drink and draw exclusive, and it starts at the prehistoric age all the way up to the future, right?
He drew that.
Mural. And
he drew that live.
One of the most amazing artists I've ever met. He doesn't pencil; he just draws in ink, and it's just like, I don't know how he does that personally.
He studied under Jungi Kim, who was really famous for live drawing without reference. So there's a lot of those guys. They're really good at this kind of stuff. But Danny is like, he'll come to drink and draw, and most people will finish one sketch while they're at drink and draw for 3 hours, and he'll do like 5.
Yeah, it's in color.
It's like,
it's crazy. But this, I mean, this is available if anybody watching the show or whatever. Joy's gonna put it up on our CAF gallery too. But
Tio Michael Talks wants the Barda up on the site so we can check it out.
Okay, well tell Joey that, because he's got all the other art. I just brought mine home so I could scan it. That's all.
This puppy.
That's the one. Show it again.
Mincu's did
Mincu's Scarlet Witch. Really great. Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Yeah. Well, and
you know him from,
if he's interested in it, he can also just send me an email, info@dysoncomics.com, and I can send him a better picture of it. And if he wants it, I'll bring it with me to the States because I'm shipping some stuff out when I get there. There were some people that wanted Got You Man comics, and I'll be bringing some of those to ship. And
yeah, Drink and Draw is open to the public every Thursday night. You know, we do it there, and we have people that come. We had 2 girls from the Netherlands who were there 2 weeks ago. You know,
well, if we do one in Florida while you're here, we will, we'll promote it. So we'll get some Florida artists and collectors to swing by.
The only time I don't have free is obviously my birthday, the 25th, and the 26th, because I'm doing 2 birthdays, one with Jill and Jason and one with my daughter the next day. But she's got me booked for the 26th to do the Drink and Draw. It was my birthday, and I have to work, But I'm also going up to Panama City to do a special signing, a CGC signing for the Invincible #1 cover that I did a few months back. So it just came out in print, so I have to go up there. I think around the 14th and 15th to sign those things, and then there you go. But yeah, once I get there, we can work something out. Definitely, I have a car. It's like, so I rented a car for the month. So yeah, so this is just a phenomenal piece, and I'm hoping one of you guys will pick it up. Shouldn't cost you more than a few thousand.
Well, shipping's the only challenge right there, right?
No, we'll bring it with us. You buy it now, we'll bring it with us. We'll figure it out. Joey, you can roll, right? It's
in a tube now.
Yeah,
so you can put that in your luggage.
We can bring the tube on. We can carry it on. So somebody buy it. Again, because it's going for a good cause. One of our own, a regular at Dyson Comics Cafe, is battling cancer right now. So we're Joey and Cleo are doing everything they can to help him out too. So
that's a worthy cause.
In this late stage of my career, being now that I'm a Las Vegas nightclub performer and no longer an actual creator, it's like I'm doing whatever I can to help with worthy causes. So
I think that woman on the TV behind you is having a porkgasm.
But yeah, oh man, yeah, that's true. Well, because I always keep it on for noise when I'm working, right? So it's no big deal.
Why don't we watch that video clip and then we can show off some artwork that you've been.
Is it Aware of the World? Is it Aware of the World?
I did put the Where in the World.
So that adds one more to my 60.
Exactly.
Right.
So let's see here.
So, Joey, tell us what's going on.
So we're collaborating with the Copeland Marker Company.
Yes.
And we have a gallery show at the Alpha Gallery. Alpha is one of Korea's largest station.
It's like Sam Flax or Michael's or whatever in the States. Yeah.
Every school, every university has one across the street, maybe more than one.
So it's
Drink and Draw is with Copeland Markers. So they invite us to come and display some Drink and Draw art. And we're going to put some prices on it so people can.
So yeah, so we're gonna be running through the month, right?
Until August 1st.
Okay, that's great. You can see we got a nice crowd here for the opening, and it's going to be open all day till what time do they close? Okay, well, anyway, you see they got all my Drink and Draw stuff displayed, as well as Travis Moore and Danny Kim is here. Where's Danny Kim? He's hanging out over here. Everybody, the trio of terror here. There's Kanto, there's OG, and of course Joanne and our ever popular Danny Kim. And we're all here for the grand opening, or whatever.
We're doing the CAF show, okay?
So there we go. And everybody here is prominently displayed. Right, Danny?
All right,
That's right. Go. Please introduce our host.
So introduce our host to the camera.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is sorry.
Okay. I put her on the spot. She doesn't like to be in front of the camera. Thank you. And he's our representative from Copic, right?
Right.
Yes. Okay. Very good. We love your markers. You know.
And she is one of the curators?
Curator here, Vanessa Pangaballo. All right, thank you. My queen, you totally choked. You totally choked. Oh wow! Okay.
Oh, yeah, the name on there. Yeah.
Okay. I'm so glad you got Cleo's clip in there. You know,
I knew it was embarrassing for her, but I left it in.
Joey's wife, right? And she's, you know, and again, Joey and Cleo do so much work behind all this stuff. But Cleo hates to be on camera, and she forgot the name of the coping guy. She totally choked when she got on. But she's
We've always just called him Copic guy.
Yeah, Copic guy.
As long as he answers to it, it's all right.
Yeah, no, it was, but I'm just saying she's amazing and wonderful, and and she doesn't like I said, it's rare do you ever see me get her on camera, but she's so funny. But I'm so glad that you kept that clip. You know, thanks for running that, man. So anyway, 300, man, that's just fantastic.
Ooh. Who would have guessed? Right?
Yeah. There's commissions that I'll have with me at the show. Things I did. That was one Spencer made me do, because he says you should do an old golden age Absolute Batman.
Absolute Detective Comics. Well, you know, Absolute's what's hot these days.
Well, I'd give it a try, right? You know, it was fun, you know. But I'll have, this is a sketch cover I had left over after I did 20 sketch covers for the GalaxyCon people. They paid me, but I did 20 black and white sketch covers. And Joey was kind enough to appropriate those for me, which are harder to get here. I mean, Joey has to order them from the States. It takes forever. So these are some of the sketch covers that I did thanks to my buddy over here.
A little homage there.
Yeah, it was an homage to even about, like I said, that's why I'm a goddamn nightclub singer now. You know, all I'm doing is my greatest hits. You know, nobody wants me to
they're still great. There's still hits. That's why you keep.
No, I know.
You know, if you lose a smidge, you know, a little touch here or there, and you know, it would be one thing, but you still got it, Bob.
He was singing the Titanic theme. You know.
I saw a MODOK hanging on the wall in the gallery.
Yeah, that was one.
I didn't see a Thor hanging on the wall.
We still got MODOK.
Still got the MODOK. Yeah, it didn't sell.
No, surprisingly not.
I'm surprised.
Don't know what the hell MODOK is. You gotta remember, we only do Asian cons. Yeah. This is my first con back in 2 years. Last time I did a con was OAX 2 years ago, man. And that's not really a con. OAX is a totally different hybrid animal, you know. But I don't do comic cons because I always wind up with con crud. You know, I wind up sick every time I go to one.
Oh, now look at that. Chris Nork is going to be upset.
I did that for one of Spencer's clients.
Ah,
you know, that was
so
fun.
It's not even available.
Whiskey bottle too.
Wow, that is awesome.
Yeah. I love doing the thing. It's so much fun because, you know, I worked with Barry Windsor-Smith for a while, right? And kind of learned the technique of doing the thing from him and from Joe Sennett, who we all lived in the same area up there. But I always loved Barry's interpretation of the thing. It's always fun.
Oh, that one's awesome. Oh,
Yeah, somebody had me do again Titanic. I'm doing Celine Dion, but they wanted me to add Stark Industries to the background.
Mhm.
They wanted so I put the arch in, and he also asked me to make Madame Mess boobs bigger.
That was in the request, huh?
I'm just like, oh god, these guys.
Stark
I mean,
Industries and a double D, please.
and a double D, yeah, exactly. I love the fans. They're wonderful. Yeah, so they're a little bit bigger than on the original. Yeah, I didn't want to go like Pamela Anderson on it, but it's like there you go. Well, so
I thought you were going to say Dolly Parton, but all right.
No.
So
these are all like commissions. This one was a ball buster. This one took forever because drawing those jets are like a lot of work. But he wanted Iron Man dogfight, so I gave him one. It came out okay. This one, at least it was original. It's not me doing my greatest hits, right? But I mean, dogfighting was always when I did Iron Man. There wasn't. He didn't do a lot of dogfights, and I kind of thought, gee, he seemed like the obvious character to be doing dogfights with, right? So in like 117, it was the first one I ever did, but then they carried that on in the movies and stuff too, because it's kind of a natural thing. But yeah, that's a totally original one. That's one thing. So is this Stubby and Iron Man, That's just I love that doodle back. Speaking of Jack Kirby, one of the greatest fights in history was that Tales of Suspense fight between Iron Man and Submariner. I mean, one of the best choreographed fight scenes ever in the history of comics, in my opinion.
I don't disagree.
These were all pre-show commissions.
In the little cross hatching here, I feel very Windsor Smithy.
Yeah, like I said, you work with a guy for 10 years, you pick up some of his traits,
Right.
I mean,
right.
I can go full Barry Windsor Smith. I mean, I've inked him enough over the years with Valiant and Marvel that I can pretty much flip a switch and do it because he taught me himself.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's a little bit of that in there. I don't know. Joey knows this character. It's Lex Luthor as Superman. He had to go find me a reference because I had no idea what the guy was talking about. But right, Lex Luthor was a Superman at some point, like in the New 52 or something. Was that it, Joey?
I think so. Yeah.
I'm not a DC guy, so I didn't even know it was Lex Luthor. I thought it was Professor X.
Nah, but again, this is another pre-show commission. So I got a lot of them. I mean, I've been pretty busy here in the last few weeks. That's why I haven't had anything. Oh, that's just the article they wrote on the gallery thing. Don't take time to read it now. It'll slow the.
I'm not.
show
Yeah,
considerably.
I want to do that.
Well, yeah, because I did those Terminator metal covers, and Joey had one blank he gave me, so I thought I would do something for that. That's going to be for sale. That wasn't a commission. I did that just one weekend for funsies, so we'll have that available at the show.
All right. I see Peter Rose got to leave. See you, Peter.
See you, Peter. Yeah, I had one. This one also was just Joey had a blank XO there, and it wasn't an order, but I just sat down one weekend and kind of wanted to go back to the roots on it, So I did this. We'll have that available at the shows as well.
I know a few folks who would love to be able to buy that one.
I created the character, and it's like always something near and dear to my heart. Conan in a can, man. But with that short space with this huge logo, there's not much you can draw on there. So I just decided to do kind of him looking pensive.
Well, it worked out well.
Well, yep. So there's more stuff.
So what day do you leave? When are you boarding a plane?
The
Next
26th.
Wednesday?
26th.
Yeah, this Wednesday. Joey and I head off to San Francisco, and then we go from there. We get a cab to San Jose, and we'll do GalaxyCon there, and then we're off to Atlanta. But what's nice is Joey's parents are going to be there. They're going to come meet us at the
They're coming down from Idaho.
GalaxyCon. So
nice.
Matt and Janet are food, man. So it should be a fun time. So I hope some of the CAF guys come by and say hi to us while we're there.
I hope they do as well. And remember, you got to keep Kazra and I, posted on when you're going to get into town and when we can set up a drink and draw. Let's coordinate
Right.
it.
I'm going to be
I can
there. I
make it.
can just tell you right now. So I'm going to put it in recording. I will be there in Florida, in Brandon, as you know, right? I'm actually in Sefner. That's where Jill and Jason are. They're in Sefner. So I'll be there from from September 8th to October 7th.
Well, that's plenty of time.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to work it out.
And I'm 40 minutes away from you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A little longer for me, but yeah.
Cass, I know you're listening, brother. I love you. Thank you so much for putting up with me for over the last 3 years and all the crazy antics. And
last time you mentioned Kazra's name, you called him a big pussy. You remember that?
No, that was because of the giant cat in Hong Kong.
I remember that.
Is he still angry about that? Cass,
Oh,
are you still pissed
no,
at that?
no, he's not angry.
I mean, he used to have a great sense of humor. I don't know what happened.
Oh yeah, he had a zinger back at you in the chat. I don't remember what.
Joey, wasn't the giant pussy incredible?
Oh, that was the Hong Kong thing.
Yeah, yeah. I put up for Bob for 23 years. That's true, brother. You've been dealing with my shit a lot longer than anyone else on this. That's for sure. Just tell Joey that because he still has a long way to go. He's only had to deal with me for 3
before he can get salty.
Hey, listen,
wow.
Again, congratulations on absolute, wonderful 300 episodes, and it's been an honor to be on here with you guys. Because God knows, like I said, there's no place else I can do these segments.
You'll always have a place here with us, Bob. You know that.
Well, Where in the World of Bob Layton comes to America next week. So after I finish the 2 cons, you'll be getting some footage.
Well, we look forward to it, and I look forward to seeing you here in Florida.
Well, and we can talk about me maybe coming back to OAX since I wasn't able to come
Yes, we do. We got to talk about that. Yes, I completely agree.
Yeah, because we would love to do another episode of WTF because my interviews with your guests are always fun.
I know we've gotten good segments out of those both years that you were there.
Okay, man. Well, again,
and nobody said anything bad about you after the show.
I know. For those people who haven't gone to OAX, it's like I said, it's unique to any show in America, and it's like I said, it'll be great. Maybe I can talk Joey into coming with me, who knows? But it's an amazing experience, and congratulations to you guys, and for 300 episodes.
It is.
Got anything to add there, Joey?
No, nothing else.
Nope. Just remind everybody what your email was again, Joey, in case people want to reach out about any of those artworks.
Okay, yeah, it's info. I don't know. Can I throw it in the chat? Will that work?
If you're able to type into it right now, you have to log in to make it happen. Throw it in the private chat, and I can put it in.
There, info@DysonComics.com. There we go. I spelled it all out because I think I tried to put it in there once and it kicked it off because it wasn't allowing.
Yeah, so Joey, you get a chance to put a couple of those pieces into the RCAF gallery so people can take a closer look at them. If you get an opportunity today. All right.
So,
listen.
Yeah, if anyone wants anything, they can email.
So who's coming up? Who's in the green room now, Bill?
Nothing. You're the last. We're gonna have.
You saved the best for last. How about that, Joey? We're the best.
I did.
Nice.
How about that? Yeah. Just a reminder for those people that are going to. There he is. There's Joey's thing just showed up there. So yeah, you can contact him. Just remember that I will not be drawing at the shows themselves. Okay, because like I said, I'm going to be busy.
Only draw in advance.
There's a whole book of stuff. And
yeah,
people
that's what I'm saying.
there,
I don't want to compete with with my own charity event by doing drawings, like this. So if it's not in the book, you're not going to get one. So I'm not doing them there. It's like so. There you go. But we'll have prints. We'll have all kinds of interesting stuff. We were going to have even more stuff, but they didn't arrive in time.
Got delayed.
Yeah,
So-
Joey had a project that was really great that he was going to do and bring to the shows. Can I tell him, Joey?
Yeah, sure.
You remember the giant Hall of Iron thing that I did or whatever? Joey made a card set out of and it was beautiful.
I put some like small card things to do as you give them out with sets and stuff like that. But
sure.
But
guess what?
We'll have them later.
It didn't show.
It happens.
Like, look, Korea's a lot of fun, but you know there are problems when it comes to shipping stuff back and forth. Yeah, so there you go. But anyway, congratulations, Bill. All right.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Joey, for coming on this evening for this milestone 300th episode.
Yeah, thanks for inviting us, Bill.
Again, you've been on more than 20% of those. That's the key. That's a lot.
Wow.
Yeah. How about that? That's
all right, guys. Well, safe travels and keep in touch, Bob, so we know when and where we can do the drink and drive. If we can get a week's notice, I guarantee you we can get some artists over there. I mean, I've got Dan Goodwin who's kind of on the way for me. I can pick him up, take him to it. We can road trip in a few people to make it fun.
That's great. That sounds like a blast. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
As long as Cass was there, Cass has to be there. You can't pussy out on me.
We can't let that happen. We can't let that happen.
I love you, Cass. Okay, listen. Take care, guys.
All right, guys.
Congratulations.
Good night.
Thanks, Bill.
Or good morning. All right. Well, there you go. That's our 300th anniversary celebration. We got all that in 2 hours. Now I get about an hour to get everything through. But we got to do the giveaway right now. We have 117 people who have entered into the giveaway. So I give you 30 seconds more, and then we will start drawing. Like I said, there's going to be 10 giveaways drawn. The 5th and the 10th will get a special piece of art. The 5th, we got a sketch card from Roy Mercado, and that will be for the person drawn 5th. And then let's see, this way, you got the MK Torres Weapon X piece right here on 1x17. There we go. So, but you can't win unless you if you don't enter. Now we're up to 118. See, even Unstoppable JD got his entry in. Matt Moore. All right. We can get to 120 before we make this thing official, right? It's getting close. Let's see. #1 Marvel fan. See, some of you guys might have already done it. Now you're just making sure that you did it. But we're almost there. But again, thank you. I mean, the last 6 years have been a lot of fun, obviously. And I think that, only good things are ahead of us in so many different ways. So I appreciate everybody supporting our show like this for so long. And we're going to continue to do good things, have fun, and build this community. Okay, we are at 120. See, we made it. Little John made it 120, or maybe Derek, or maybe Feed Me 9385. I'm not sure. We're up to 121 now, but you can keep submitting if you haven't already done it as I click through the 10 winners. But when I draw the winners, all I have to ask is please email me, bill@comicartfans.com, for the 10 winners, and I'll coordinate what the options are with the shirts and get your mailing information, and we'll get everything settled up as far as getting the prizes out to everybody. But so here we go. We're at 121. We're holding at 121. So we'll draw the first name. I'll put my email up on the screen so people know. Goo Skywalker is our first winner. So congrats to Goo Skywalker. I don't recall seeing Goo. I know we used to have a Goo in the chat a lot, but congrats to Goo for the first win. Let's go ahead and draw it again for the #2 winner. Some familiar names in here. Wayne. I just saw Wayne at San Diego. Congrats, Wayne. Oh man, you're north of the border. We're gonna talk about shipping to Canada. I know you don't like DHL. I remember that. It's FedEx or bust, right? I can't. Maybe I'm wrong there. I remember it was DHL was not a popular shipping provider. Let's see. #3. Oh, Rich Danny's was just about to do a victory dance, and then Tom McDonald got him. All right, Tom, congrats. Sorry, Rich Danny's. You were hanging on there for it was like right on the edge and it tipped. All right. Congrats to Mr. Tom McDonald, our fourth winner of the evening is Modoc Mike. Oh, congrats, Modoc Mike. I've got artwork to ship to you. Maybe see how this is going to work out. Once I get that work in from Brian and everything, we can just make a huge package out of it. But congrats on that one. Now we're the fifth winner gets the Roy Mercado sketch card. So let me draw that one. And again, I think everybody's going to get a sketch card. This is one by Roy. Rich Danny's. Oh, all right. Go ahead and do that dance now, Rich. Okay. 5 down, 5 to go. And remember, it's hashtag CAF 300 if you want to get in on this with only 4 more to go now. So Greg McKee, 3710. You are our 6th winner. So thank you for entering and for watching the show all these years. The 7th winner coming right up. Jason Ladwig. Congrats, Jason. Jason was an early interview on this channel. Okay, let's get our next one here. And Rich Danny's gets a sketch card. He's making sketch cards for the mystery sketch. Oh, Mike Sitchy. All right, congrats to Mike. See, a lot of these winners have been on our shows in the past. 2 more to go. It was hanging there for a minute on Ken Gagnon, but what is this? I can't even read it. The end show. Okay, all right, got it. The and show. All right, got that one on there. Okay, finally, the 10th winner and the winner of the larger drawing. Let me see. Get this link clicked. Okay, show it off one more time. Mr. Torres, Weapon X, going to Red Right Hand Net. Red Right Hand Net. Okay, Red Right Hand Net. All right, so all 10 winners, please, you need to email me, bill@comicartfans.com. I may not reply to you tonight because I'm kind of tired, but once the show is over, if you don't email me, I can't send the stuff out. So please email me tonight at the address right down there, and we will arrange getting these prizes out to you. So thank you everybody again for watching tonight, and also for the last 6 years. It's been a lot of fun doing these shows, and I look forward to doing more for you in like next week. So I haven't been paying it all to the chat, but congrats to everybody. Everybody should high five each other, and we can move on. I know that Chris Snork is in the green room getting ready to get in here, but let's see. I got one package I got from #1 Marvel fan. Let's see. I opened it in advance, Tom, so I didn't have to fight with it. Let's see what it is. See, this is I'm assuming this is going to be a sketch card portfolio, and it's the brand that I know Tom has some of these, and I know that even Dan Goodwin does. I don't remember what the name is, but it's like a pyramid with a door opening on it. So whomever that is, they make the best sketch card portfolios, and yes, that is what we got here. So this is like the standard size. I've seen them where they've got an extra row and an extra column, so they make them much larger than this as well. But yeah, this is beautiful, Tom. Oh my gosh, it's how many? What's the count on this thing? This thing must hold like 200 sketch cards. That's insane. I've got a lot of buy-in to do if I'm gonna ever fill this thing up. But it's beautiful. It's kind of like a faux leather, and it's awesome. So whoever the manufacturer is, they know how to make the best sketch card portfolios out there. Tom has 5 of them. That's because he buys a lot of Hembeck cards. That is it. Yeah. No, I didn't see any cards inside, Marcus. I didn't look. I hope there wasn't a card in there. You make me feel bad if there was a card in there and I didn't show it off. I'm a dummy. Okay, see, Tom says no lol. He's not buying me Hembeck cards. He's buying me the thing to put the Hembeck cards in. Okay, all right. Thank you, Tom. That's awesome. Tom has given me a couple cool things over the years. Artist edition book once, and the chair back for Cyclops. Tom's a great friend of the channel, and was on the 300th interview episode that we did. Gosh, almost a year ago now, I think. Tom. So, anyways, looking forward to seeing you sometime at a show in the near future. Schedule wise, let's get this slide up here, and we are on the CAF update 300th. This Saturday, I've got a show with Jay Gonzo, and it's going to be at 2 p.m. I'm going to show off some of these pieces in hand because you're going to just flip at how big they are. I'll do that when I have Chris Norick on camera with me, so he can be like, "Holy crap, these are the biggest. These are bigger than Brian Hitchart." But we got a show with Gonzo on Saturday, so I hope people can tune in for that. It'll be the first time he has been on the channel with us, so let's have a good turnout and welcome him to the program. I reached out to Cy Berry, thanks to Colin letting me know that Cy Berry's son is putting together a book on Cy's career and some unseen phantom art. And so I'm going to get to have both Cy and his son David on with me for that show next Tuesday. I'm looking forward to it. They're like, yeah, Cy loves to tell a good story, so it feels like I can just throw him some softballs and he'll tell us some stories from his days working at Timely in the 40s on up. So that should be pretty cool. Week after that, we'll have Dave Kopecky and Ben Breslin back for a match, an amateur dueling dealers match. That's the Wednesday after next. And then we've got some auction previews coming up, one with Heritage. On the 28th of September, Mike Negan from New York Comic Con will be showing off some of the charity auction pieces that he has. He promises he'll have at least 30, so it'll be interesting to see those. Mike was an early interview, I think, in the first year or second year of the channel, and I think it happened on a CAF update as well. Then before that, of course, IC3 at Providence. That's the weekend of September 26th. Sorry, you can still get your tickets at ic3.art. They are $5 each. Easy to pick up and have on your phone. Make it easy to get into the show on the 26th of September. On the 30th, Tatiana's going to have a birthday bash X-Men sketch card thing. She's not going to tell us what age she is going to become on that evening, but it will be a birthday party for her. There may be cake. I don't know. We'll come up with something fun for her, but I know they're going to have a lot of X-Men related sketch cards, so that should be a lot of fun. And then in October, Hakes at San Diego previewed a lot of pieces from the Lawrence Klein collection that they are having a special auction just for his art collection and comics. And on the 13th of October, the team from Hakes, along with Dave Mandel and maybe a surprise guest or two, will be joining us for a preview of that auction. I know Lawrence Klein will be on there. Lawrence has been on the channel before. He helped arrange the Ed Hannigan sales show that we did to help Ed. I think that was 4 or 5 years ago. I haven't really had the chance to talk to Lawrence in a while, but it'll be good to have him on the channel in a couple months. So yeah, so there is all of that. Now, let's see. I swear, Chris Snorrick. Chris, I better sent you that link, didn't I? Don't tell me I didn't send you the link for the show tonight. Is he going to tell me that? I forgot. I don't see him in the green room yet. Shipping department will be there. Yes, they will. Indeed, they will. And I'm losing my voice for some reason. I'm gonna have to drink some water. And I don't have a video to play. Oh, I do have the EXP video to play. Maybe I'll end up doing that. Negative Ghost Rider. How in the hell did I not send you the link? Man, all right. Doggone it. Well, here, you don't want, I'll play the EXP clip while I wait to bring you in here, and then we can show off the Jay Gonzo art. How does that sound? That'll make it easy for me to email you. So EXP is tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Their video is here and queued up, and here is Mr. Brucci to tell you what he's going to be showing off.
Everybody, this Friday, August 1st, 21st, Jesus, going back in time. I don't want summer to end. The original art experience, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. We will have original art. We'll be celebrating lanterns. We'll be raising money for inker Timothy Dijon. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but we want to help him. His health is failing, and we need to help people in the industry who need help. So, but before I get into it all, wherever you're watching this promotion, hit that thumbs up, sharing is caring, subscribe to the channel, and if you think you're subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed, and hit that bell for notification. All right, so Timothy Dijon, Tim Dijon, first started, Jay Lee started inking him. So I'm going to give a percentage of all claims to him, and Jay approved giving a percentage of the Muppets cover to him as well. So we will have this Muppets #1 cover, Betty Boop cover by Ken Hazer, this Vampirella 666 cover by Roberto Castro in homage to the famous X-Men cover by Mark Silvestri, and he definitely has Mark Silvestri in there. We're gonna have Green Lantern in honoring lanterns. Look at this, John Stewart by Mike Mignola. Then we're gonna have this page by Doug Menke and Chris Alami with Sinestro and Hal Jordan. Then this page by Pat Broderick. We'll also have X-Men by Rick Leonardi and Dan Green. We'll have some amazing Spider-Man pages. I'll probably do these at $200 or less each. We're going to have this Doll H comic. Who knows? Maybe I'll do it for $25. Maybe I'll do it for even less. We'll see. And then I'm going to have this Wonder Woman, #4 of 99, signed by Alex Ross Poldini with an Alex Ross hand-drawn sketch. Plus, we have other artwork there. So Friday, August 21st, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. I look forward to being seen by you then. Take care, everybody.
There you go. That was a nice Broderick page. I would agree. Okay, just waiting for Chris Norrick to get in here, so I'll just keep doing my thing while I await his appearance in the green room. So I was going to show off the Gonzo artwork that we're going to have on the sale on Saturday, and I had no idea. I figured, you know, his very highly stylized artwork, I figured it had to be smaller because it's very tight and detailed, and it was anything but. It is actually most of it is on 18 by 24 board, and yeah, it was a little bit shocking. I didn't know why I got this large package in the mail, and now I know why. So here, I'll just hold up a few of these. Let's see, this is a cover to The Crow, so it's massive. Let's see, we got, and there's a Fantastic Four cover in here, I know that. Let's see, I know he's got some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle covers here, but I mean, they're huge. I've got to cut Masonite special just for this sale. What do we got? The FF cover has the thing on it. I know that. Here, let's just grab a bunch of these. This is some kind of Twilight Zone cover. It's almost an homage to Demon in a Bottle. Where's Tom Layton when we need him? Let's see. There you go. Look at that. Fantastic Four cover with the Thing and Black Panther. See? You didn't think he would have done something like that. And then a Conan cover as well. And again, these are huge. These are like poster size. So, and I think they come with prelims, like on the back. These are taped on the back, but this is you can see the thing's head there. So I know all the pieces have that. Not every piece is 18 by 24, but I think probably 15 of them are. All right. See, Chris likes that one. It's affordably priced. Chris, are you going to join me? I sent you a link now. If you don't want to join me, that's okay. We can I can keep it going. But I should let everybody know that tomorrow at 3 p.m. I will be doing a Brian Hitch art drop, and as part of that, it'll happen at 3. And so if you have not started following the Comic Art Fans gallery over on the website, you should do that. I just have to get the link here, put it in the chat, so you can do that before the drop happens. Let's see. What? It's the wrong link? What the heck's going on, man? This is like not my night right now here. Well, it says it's the right one, but okay. Let me try it again. I'm copying the link. This is a new email to Mr. Snork. Huh. There we go. I probably sent you the wrong link earlier then too. Tom Layton would be upset about the Demon in a Bottle homage. Maybe. Okay. So there, I got the link in the chat. What you're going to want to do is go over to that CAF gallery right now. That's the official Comic Art Fans gallery. And just hit the watch button at the top of it. As long as you're logged in, you can watch. Let's add some more watchers tonight, and we'll be all set. So do that. And then what we're dropping tomorrow at 3 for Hitch is is his Absolute Trinity cover. Covers. There are 3 connecting covers for an Absolute Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman covers. And I can actually share that screen. So this is the piece. I don't have it in hand yet. Brian he owes a package to me. It's got some MODOK Mike related artwork in it as well. And but this is the piece. It's done on 2 boards, not one. The seam on these is that, like, the Wonder Woman is on a separate board, and it's probably they're not quite 18 by 24 like the Jay Gonzo pieces. I think they're like 16 by 20. So I would assume that the Absolute Batman and Superman are probably like 32 by 20. That's about average on the oversized stuff that Brian ships my way. So that'll be one of the pieces, but I've been scanning about another 15 pieces, just kind of the full breadth of his career. I've got a few G.I. Joe pages, a Transformers page, and then some more modern stuff. I actually have a Spider-Man cover that came out, I think, about 4 years ago that we've never shown, as well as some other kind of mid-tier stuff. A couple Stormwatch pages that will have a pretty good price, and probably at least 2 FF pages as well. So watch the CAF gallery, and you will get alerted when we make the drop. Can't miss it. All right. So I know I gave him the right link now, but he'll be here in a minute. I don't like this green room setup. I'm glad we're only using it for tonight. Let's see here. But in the CAF gallery, we've got art for sale currently in there from Brian. We have pieces from Gabriel Hardman from the sale that happened last Saturday. That went really well, so I appreciate everybody supporting that sale. I think 13 of the pieces sold. It was a pretty decent sale, all in all. And there he is, Mr. Chris Norick. Since I gave you the wrong link, I apologize, sir. I didn't want to play the intro.
I'm here.
You're here. I'm sorry, and you're late, and it's late. I hope it wasn't as bad a week as it was the last time we were on together when you wanted to just get the hell out.
I had the day off, man. I'm like although I have to say I'm like a somnambulist right now. I'm like,
All right, well, we can go through pretty quickly through everything. We got the EXP video out of the way. We can skip the heritage stuff. It was in the mailing. Everybody can follow all that. We can just do picks tonight and have a
Fine with
an
me.
easy night. But it was fun getting to see everybody. So you deserve to be in the first group, but
That's all
you
right.
were there
I'm on all the time. We needed to
I know.
see.
Well, that's why I was like, we're gonna see. Those guys don't get to be on all the time, but you were there in the early collector conversations.
Yep.
Along with many. I don't know how. I can't remember how many shows you did, but you did at least 3.
I think 3.
Yeah. So I mean, those were always fun. I think you did one. I did a show when we had Wingo on once.
Yep.
So
I was trying to teach people about art.
Yeah, that I remember that. It was like I'm like, who is this guy?
I think I'm still trying to teach people about art. At least I hope I am.
Yeah, but well, no, I think you've left an impression on everyone. You definitely a positive one.
Take that how you will. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, anything new? Any new pieces of art? Anything that we need to know about?
I don't think so. No new art. I had a ball at the Chicago meetup. That was amazing.
Oh, that's right. You did send me a couple pictures from that. How was that?
Unbelievable. Can't thank Steve and Kelly enough for having all of us nerds in their house. But it was great. Although like a real like conundrum trying not to like rob anyone.
You've never felt that way before, right? But seeing all that art in front of you.
Oh my God. It was absolutely insane. I mean, and people brought like S tier pieces, like stuff where I was like, my heart skipped a beat when they opened their portfolio.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I remember I've seen Chris Kalacki's one of his portfolios once before. I don't know if I saw it in person or he was showing it, on a live stream with us. But I mean, his collection is to die for.
Absolutely incredible, and he couldn't be nicer. Everybody there was like just as nice as could be. Like I brought Becky. Like we had a ball.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And you didn't. It wasn't overcrowded. Everybody.
No. In fact, a couple people wound up not being able to make it. So I think it was like honestly, it was just the right amount of people. I think.
Perfect. James wants to know if Chris brought the absolute Batman #1 with him.
No, he brought some other stuff though that to me anyway was way cooler than that. So
well, there you have it. I would have loved to have come, but I don't think they wanted any more people traveling up to Chicago for that.
I think the long distance award went to Peter Rowe.
Where is Peter based? Is he in like Virginia?
Virginia.
Yeah. Wow.
So
well, Peter's, when we had that 20th anniversary party down here, he came down for that. Stayed with friends in Florida. I mean, he gets around. He's committed. All right. Well, did you enter the giveaway and you didn't win?
I did, yeah, but that's par for the course. I enter every one, and I don't think I've won yet.
Did I sent you a thing hand, didn't I? With the Thor hammer? Did you ever get one?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
In fact.
There we go.
Yep.
All right. Then yeah. Well, maybe I'll send you a Thor hand if I have an extra one, or not a Thor hand, a Hulk hand. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's around the other side of the water bottle. Unless you'd like an Albert Moy fan signed. No. All right. Well, let's look at some art, and then we can call it a night. 300 episodes in. We don't want to go past midnight. And
I feel like I took a dose of tryptophan.
Oh man, look at you going! I feel like I had a shot of bourbon and a melatonin before. When I see you yelling like that. All right, see, look at Jason do the picks FOs.
Oh,
I mean, man, that should be on a T-shirt. All right, fine. Let's get this thing going here. Where is my share screen?
You
Everybody, calm down. Calm down. We still got 83 people watching. Oh, brother. Okay, Heiser is going to be the owner of the first artwork that we're going to look here that you picked, Chris. I had a fun email from Heiser the other day.
Yeah.
But who is this by? Oh, Mark Nelson. I mean,
yeah.
That's awesome.
Local guy. Well, at one time anyway. I used to see Mark in the comic store pretty regularly. I mean, as far as inkers are concerned, I mean, he is really, he is way, way up there. This piece, I mean, I feel like he's just showing off in some way, right?
Mm-hmm.
He picked, I'm guessing he picked the subject matter, but look at how fine this is and how many different, how many different techniques he's employing. And like at the same time, so the fish is, super rendered, crazy detailed. And then he's got kind of the junky, body fuselage of the plane at the bottom. That's a little more open, a little more like European looking almost. But, it's kind of, I mean, fanciful, nonsensical, whatever you want to say, but just beautifully rendered.
Yeah, I mean, exactly what you expect out of Mark Nelson inks as well. I mean, it's a lot of different techniques, a lot of directional stuff going on here that just makes it feel more real. I mean, he's great at creature design and character design. I mean, this is like right up his alley. Yeah, to me, it's like it's a cross between a moth and a fish and a dirigible.
Oh,
all
I
at
get,
the
I
same
get the moth thing now. The mouth,
Yeah, with the
the
mouth, right? Exactly. It's awesome. I love I like world building. People who can just sit there and kind of come up with concepts and
Totally.
ideas like this. It's just takes me right back to my D&D days. So this is really beautiful.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, next up is in Tom H's Calf Gallery. Oh, you never, you always go, you got to get a Magnolia in here, right? So we have a Legends of the Dark Knight page.
Yep. I figured, for 300, it'd be a shame if I didn't have a Mignola or a Somni. So I didn't want to let anybody down. This, he didn't do a lot of this stuff, but a lot of people have pointed out over the years that this is pretty much this is Hellboy, right? Like before Hellboy started, this Batman book came out. It's the same exact style. Essentially, it's the same period as when he launched Hellboy. And it's, I've said 100 times, my favorite period of his art, and seeing it on Batman, I think, is just extra special.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, this first, 3/4 splash is just amazing.
Yeah,
But
the
just working with
architecture
shadows.
is exactly what you would want if you were going to spend the money on something like this. I mean, oh man, yeah. It's atmospheric. You still get all those cool shapes. The chiaroscuro is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Chuck Arnold is even drooling in the chat. If Chuck can drool, he's drooling at this. But it's gorgeous. It's like you say, it's just right before for Hellboy, and it's amazing. He could just do all shadows. We don't even need to see character
Pretty much
or anything, and it would just be a spectacular piece. Wow. I hope we got a lot of comments on that. 11 comments on it, 23 likes. Well, I only had time to throw a like on it, but very nice piece from Tom, a 8-year veteran of CAF from the UK.
All right.
Fred Dillon. Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Right.
Yeah, when I was looking at this, you kind of look at the shapes in the background, and then I really, I was like looking at it, and it's just, I can't pick out where he is, right? But it feels like upscale, whatever it is, and it's just the hazy smoke that you feel that you get around it just makes it seem so much cooler, and just makes him there's a three-dimensional quality to the way he's just rendered the smoke behind there. As simple and dumb as it is, it works so dang well. But
the smoke is doing a ton of heavy lifting on this piece, and I think that's a Darwinism, no pun intended, but he absolutely knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing when he sets a scene. He knows what he's doing when he does a composition. It's funny when you talk about three-dimensional, it's weird to me how much depth his collar adds. Just having his collar popped up a little bit and putting that drop shadow underneath the lapels, really brings the figure out a little bit more.
Yeah. This piece gets better and better the longer I look at it.
Awesome. And
Even the gun, 3-dimensional. I mean, it's huge in his hand, but yeah, I mean, he's doing a little Kirby. Just put something in your face. It's not a hand. It's a pistol. Yeah, this is awesome. This is so nice. Now, okay, Fred Dillon. Yeah, I feel like, Fred's picked up something off the show recently. Anyway, very nice pickup, Fred. I love this piece. It's beautiful. Makes me wish I had a Darwin Cook in my collection.
Same. I'm after one right now, actually.
Oh, sweet. Now, you can't pass up a good thing at all.
Yeah. I don't.
How is this not in your collection? I mean, is this something that?
I have an Art Adams thing cover, actually.
That's right.
Yep. You don't. So he doesn't do full body like hardly at all anymore. So like that alone kind of makes this cool. I'm guessing is a commission. It looks like a commission style piece from him to me. But so many people ask me, like, when they, when I meet them or, whatever, like, well, who's your favorite thing artist? I gotta say Art Adams is top 5. He's gotta be in the top 5. He has such a perfect take on the character. I've never seen an image one time of him do the thing, and I was like, not once. And this is a banger.
Yeah, no, it's amazing, and I'm sure the inks look really rich in person because this is a little bit washed out since it's a photograph, but yeah, I can only imagine how black the blacks are,
right?
The ink splattered around the thing. I mean, it's an incredible piece, absolutely incredible piece. Number one Marvel fan says, "I hear an echo." I don't know what does that mean.
My talk.
I don't know. No. But Jason M is the proud owner of this one. And that is, I thought that was the Australian flag, and it is. All right. Congrats to Jason from Down Under.
Yeah.
Then what is this? Stipen Morian. Have we, I mean, the name sounds familiar. Have you picked something from?
Maybe once.
Okay.
And newer artist, I guess, as far as I'm concerned, I'm an old man, but killer composition on this. I love the diagonal, like cutting across the image, the visual weight that black adds at the top, just like automatically like drags you into what he wants you to look at. He throws some interesting little stuff in the background there too, but like great use of negative space and like really just a fun style, but more than anything, a perfect composition.
Yeah, no, I love it as well. It's funny. It reminds me of the Frazetta, the EC cover. Fighting on the side of the mountain. It has like that kind of a feel, but a different composition. But at the same time, I mean, you're right. I mean, this is amazing. I mean, I don't feel like I know his work very well. But if Mikhail says he's great and you've seen his work before, I'm gonna have to dig around a little bit.
All we need is ML's vote of confidence in my mind. He knows.
That's right.
Sees it.
He does. Even with one eye, he can tell a good piece of. I forgot. I meant to ask him about that. Was it a prop or was it did ML run afoul of something?
I'm guessing it's visual flair. He has a flair for dramatic.
It looked good on him.
Everything looks good on him. He's got all that hair.
That is true. Now, okay, so this is in Raj's calf gallery. All right, sweet. So, congrats to Raj for that one. Now, Daryl R. How does he do it? I mean, I there's certain professions I know I don't feel like should be able to afford the hobby in the manner that. Yeah. Okay, he's 30. Yeah. That's right. It's on the take.
Yeah.
But I don't know how he does it, but he keeps adding some of the most coolest pieces out there, and this cult piece is just incredible. Writes in
He
I
told me
love
he's trading. He's doing a lot of trades, which, you know, good for him. He's got a lot of art, and like if you can
time in the hobby will afford you stuff like that. That's
yeah, if you
amazing.
can wrangle something like this, I mean, you're making the right moves.
Without question. Here, let me click on it so we can just at the overall piece. Look at that. I mean, it's a splash page with 4 inset panels. I mean, how
Yeah.
it's really, really nice, man.
So
Huh.
we talk a lot about what a, superlative illustrator that writes in is and whatever, but I think, setting that aside, the thing that was maybe the coolest about this book to me, and this page illustrates it perfectly, is how scary it is. This is a scary book. Like these cult members, like they're all, these wacko religious fanatics, like Batman is probably genuinely afraid that Robin's about to get chopped up by an axe, right? And you see the level of intensity on Batman. Like Robin is hauling ass here. Like we need to get out of this cave. And yeah, you just like, who better to draw like terror than Wrightson?
Yeah, no, you got that right. Chuck says Batman was scared.
Yeah.
Well, this is yeah, no, that's pretty damn nice. So Daryl, let's see, get my like on there. 18 comments. Yeah, that's a good ratio there. 18 comments on 107 views. So 20% of the time almost we're getting comments on there. Well, I guess more like 17. But either way, very, very cool page added to Daryl's collection, and he's the master of emojis. He puts his little emoji icons in there all the time. His stuff just stands out when you're browsing. You don't even have to like look for his name. All right, so let's see. Next piece is in Peter Rose Calf Gallery. I did see that Peter said he had to leave just a few minutes ago, but Doug Wadley piece. It says so it was a World War concept piece, and I mean, this is just cool. I mean, for somebody to like lay down a lot of like sketches on a page, which a lot of artists do when they're trying to work out ideas and designs. I mean, this one seems to have a lot more intent than something that was done just for doodling or trying to get angles right. I mean, to finish it all inked and color it too.
Right? It feels like a pitch to me. Like,
yeah.
Here are some things that like you would see in the show. So no secret that I'm a big fan of Wildy. I like what this is as much as how well it's done. So, to your point, it's not something you see, like we wouldn't probably see this from too many comic book artists, but like the fact that like Wildy works so much in animation, things like that, this is a more common thing for him to have to execute. I love that like all these little vignettes are like, tinted with color, like not super strong, super opaque color. It's really painterly, but everything is like really tightly rendered, which, is not a surprise. He gets great, like that guy in the bottom left, like great characterful shots. And, on top of it, you get machine guns, you get biplanes, you get like the content itself is just perfect.
Yeah, any one of these illustrations would stand alone pretty well, and to get them all on one page is just incredible. Wow. No, Peter Rowe, we see him usually picking up published pieces more than anything, but yeah, this is a really nice piece, Peter.
Still
wherever you are
in that war milieu.
All right, so Jason's piece is next, I think. Jason, you can rest easy now. Yes, this is Jason's. All right, so 25 comments, 24 likes. My goodness, the ratio is strong with this man. And he's right at a 20% view to comment ratio. That's, man, the force is strong with him. Now, why did you pick this? Because it's Alan Davis, and it is an is it X-Men Annual, right?
Yep. Right. I love Davis and Erie. I mean, Alan Davis has had a lot of terrific inkers over the years. I feel like I'm probably not alone in saying that Neary's my favorite pairing with him. I mean, I think that's when, they were both really at their absolute peak. Storm is so well drawn in like every one of her appearances here. Plus it's Mohawk Storm, which is extra cool. I don't know, as a sequential, like nothing's really happening on this page. You know, it's talking heads, but we had a lot of that in Claremont books. So you can't really fault it for that. I just think it's like, as an example, it's a great Davis Neary.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm totally with you. Paul Neary was Brian Hitch's best inker, in my opinion. I mean, he just made everybody really good. He
Yeah.
had such a fluidity to his lines. I mean, yeah. I mean, this is a very nice page. I mean, you know, we always talk about like the greats. You know, like Sinnott in particular always made everybody look great, but Neary, just like Geis, you know, inking. There's just something that they bring to the artwork that is just adds so much value. And yeah, this is a gorgeous piece, Jason. Are there popped collars on here as well? Is that's the theme of the night? Popped collars.
Yep, Storm's collars popped. Popped pretty hard too.
Yeah. Well, good going, Jason. You did all right. See, James Siegel says it's all right.
It's all right. He's got a fairly well, at least one pretty nice Davis Neary piece in his collection.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, you get a lot of characters on this one too. That's really nice. Chris Sprouse. That's a Tom Strong piece. It's Tom Strong and the Robots of Doom. Is this a it's a splash page? Okay, so I can't make out the page number or issue number. It looks like page 5, issue 1, or no, it's issue 5, page 1.
Yeah.
I can't see making it.
I talked about Chris Sprouse recently, I know, but this page really, as a thumbnail, it's terrific because of the blocking. So, you know, these blacks like absolutely make it stand out as a thumbnail. And you know what they say as an illustrator, if you get a good thumbnail, it's going to look good when you blow it up too. And I think it applies here. So he's super clean. I think, you know, again, talking about inkers, I think Carl Story is probably his best inker, and this is Story. So for a guy who's inked a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff, you know, I think that there's still pencilers where it's like, oh yeah, he's perfect for this guy. And I think Sprouse and Story is one of those combos. So you know, conceptually, I think this is great. Like you know, the boat looks really cool. I don't think I ever read this. I think I was kind of through with Tom Strong by the time this came out. But you know, as a concept, it really works. It's really cool. It's perfectly cleanly illustrated because it's Sprouse. So just, yeah, I think a great looking title page or opening page.
No, I love Sprouse's work on Tom Strong. Yeah, I absolutely love it. It made me want to buy the book. You know, Alan Moore writing was fun, but Chris's artwork was perfect for it. It's reminding Marcus of the Odyssey. But congrats to Beta Ray Benny on that pickup. Then I think this was your last one. Now, who's do we know the artist on this, or?
I know the artist very well. So John Blanche was a staff illustrator for Games Workshop for many, many years. Was their art director for a while. Is kind of the, you know, I would say the father of the, what they call grimdark style of illustration, which adorns pretty much every, you know, codex, game book, you know, like whatever, everything that Games Workshop produces was influenced by this guy. So when I saw this on CAF, I mean, one, you know, you and I've talked many times about the fact that we love seeing illustration art on CAF. You know, this is commercial art. It's, you know, it's an illustration that was for a book cover for a game company. So, you know, it's still definitely squarely in that wheelhouse. He just has such a singular style. And I just got such a kick out of seeing something that, like, you know, if you're a Warhammer fan, this is a hugely, hugely important piece of art.
I wish I was a Warhammer fan. Then I feel the same way. I mean, that's cool. But you know, I feel it's like for me with D&D or Elementals. I mean, things that are a little bit more obscure. I get it. And I know Warhammer is your thing. I mean, do you own Warhammer artwork?
I don't. I wish I did. It's very hard to come by.
Huh.
Our friend Rob Rush recently cracked the market, though.
He didn't let you in before he did, though.
He didn't. I think when you get in, they close the gate behind
Right,
you.
right, exactly. You have to. There's a there's a secret passcode to get in, and you don't get it. But we're getting Chuck Arnold said you didn't pick enough John Byrne.
Yeah, I didn't pick any, in fact.
I don't recall if I did either. There was plenty of good artwork posted to the CAF this week. I could have really mixed it up, but so that's your last pick. I got my like on that one. The owner of this one is MRM.
He
So
posted
they're
a bunch of Warhammer art this week. This was the one where I was like, wow, he has a John Blanche. Okay.
all right. Well, they've only been on the site for 1 year. Did you get a comment on it?
I
You
believe
did. There we go. Legendary. A painting by the granddad of Grimdark.
Yep.
Here, I'm going to put a like right there.
Thanks, pal.
You got it. Okay, my picks. Okay. Not John Byrne X-Men, but I picked Kirby layouts, Werner Roth finishes, and Joe Sinnott inks on this one. I wish there was a little more contrast in it. This is in CAF Gallery. Just a great early X-Men page with them fighting a Juggernaut. So and you get a Human Torch too, right? I mean, come on. This is a really, really fun page.
Early
story-wise.
crossover action.
Yeah.
That's a great image of Professor X.
Definitely. I think Kirby did a little bit more than he helped Werner on this one a bit.
I was gonna Rich Danny's says Juggernaut in his tidy whities.
Tidy whities.
he looks a little odd,
he does. Berkey could pull off the Juggernaut if he wanted to, and wear tidy whities like that. But I see what you're saying. Well, they didn't, they hadn't really thought him through well enough yet. He kind of looks like a wrestler here, right?
Yeah.
But that didn't take long to me. He had to get the little bit of I don't know, gigantism in him, a little more absolute blood. But second, he's not unstoppable in this one though, Jason. That's all we're saying. But it's a cool page, definitely a cool page from issue 13. And congrats to Cab for picking this one up. 50 comments, 30 likes, 180 views. Well, that blows Jason's ratio out of the water. My goodness, that's actually that's really good. Well, okay. Okay, here we go. Here's you knew I was going to pick it.
Yep.
So I had to do it, and I just forget who's Kafka. Hoi Duong, somebody in the United States, been on the site 4 years this month. So congrats to picking up this amazing John Byrne, Terry Austin beauty. Come on, Nightcrawler trying to outrun the Wendigo.
Yep.
This is how Kirby and Werner meant to draw the Juggernaut in the last page.
If
Didn't
only
quite
they
come out the same way. But the scale is everything here. I mean, it's just an awesome page. I remember turning the page in the comic book when I first read this and bought it off the stands. I mean, this is just such an awesome action-packed story. One of the last in the Claremont, Byrne run, and it was just so fun. I mean, just capping off just the run that they had on the book to kind of end with this one and the Kitty solo story they were weird, but they were fun, self-contained stories that just for me they meant a lot as a way. It was weird when it was over. You didn't. I remember not knowing that it was going to end, and I had a level of satisfaction reading through like these two complete stories before the thing. I didn't get upset about it. I don't know why. There was something about the fact, but
it was
again,
a
this
little
is
bit before comics media, right? So when
Right.
a team left the book, it was like, oh, okay, well, are they going to be back? You didn't even really know.
Look at that. Jason says the Kitty solo story sucked. You don't know what's good.
He's full of opinions, this guy.
Yeah, I mean, you can't talk to him about X-Men. He's probably at the bar right now, slugging a few. Anyway, I think it's a great page, and I do think the Kitty solo story was awesome, even if it lots of similarities to like the Alien movie or whatever. Here we have a nice Killing Joke page, Brian Bolland. I mean, I can think of a lot of other nice Killing Joke pages on CAF, and I skip them over. Probably, I've skipped a few over. I remember Mikhail added a great piece to his collection. You can always think of like Felix has a great Killing Joke page. I mean, there's a lot of good ones on CAF, and I just was like, oh, it's a good page, but I've passed up other ones in the past. I got to feature this and remind myself all the other good Killing Joke pages on the site. I think Melchior has a really good page as well. And didn't Joseph, didn't he post something by Ballin last week as well?
Yeah.
A color piece. I can't remember what it was now. But either way, very cool page, 6-panel layout, just so detailed and
incredible level of detail in every panel.
Yeah, it just makes you cry that he doesn't work traditionally anymore.
I know. He's so God, the body language on the characters. I mean, like like that first panel, like the way he chose, to shoot that. He's got his hat in his hand behind his back. I mean, it's just like there's so many little things in addition to like the big things, in addition to how well it's drawn and how well it's staged and like all those kinds of things. Like the emotion in the characters' faces. He's just, man, it's hard to say that there's anyone better.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I do remember that, Mikhail. I totally dropped the ball by not picking your piece that week. But I knew it was another kind of talk, I remember yours was them in the bar, I think, and then but that's interesting that they both sold at the same auction. But either way, great piece. If you haven't seen Mikhail's piece, head over to his CAF gallery, ML on CAF, and look up Brian Bolland. You'll also see a really awesome Killing Joke page there. And yeah, I know Melchior and Felix also have really good pages from this book.
They do.
So great stuff. Yeah, I mean, Gerald Eng, and what is the Singapore? Oh, cool. We have a lot of collectors in Singapore.
Yeah.
All right, a little more. Michael McIsaac. Michael McIsaac could have been on the show tonight. He was in one or two collector conversations early on. This is a Dazzler by Rambutan. I would imagine this is a little muted because I know that typically their stuff pops a little bit more. But either way, just a casual, fun moment at the roller rink, with Dazzler, and I just thought I love it. She's just sitting in these 70s style chairs and
taking a load off.
Right. I thought this was really, really fun. I mean, we've seen Rambutan, we've seen them kind of just do weird slice of life stuff at the ice cream stand or whatever. And I just think this is so fun, great storytelling. The stage on the background, I don't know why it's there, but it just works with the piece. I mean, I love it. I really, really like this piece. And
great pose, great anatomy, like really, a natural, look to the anatomy in particular. But I love the way she has her like skate kicked out on her right leg. Yeah, it's a great. I mean, her pose kind of like sets the scene in a way.
Yeah, without question. And Michael has a lot of Dazzler art. He's gotten some really great commissions over the years. And this is fantastic. If Michael was coming to OAX next March, I wouldn't mind it if he brought this one with him so I can see it in person, because I'm sure it's pretty awesome. Let's see. Let's pick up the pace here a little bit. We got Ron Friends, and this is a Joe Rubenstein inked Amazing Spider-Man page. I love it. I love him putting on the costume, the web slingers, pulling everything on, and then I love the last two panels are the first 6 were awesome, and then you get the shadow on the door and pulling up on the mask. Not this time. I love the heavy line work in this thing too. I mean, there's just something gritty about this page. And because I don't associate that with with Friends' work usually. I mean, he's so adaptable. I mean, I don't know what he was going for here, or what Rubenstein was thinking when he inked it, but I love it.
It is really atmospheric for sure.
It is. It really is. So oh, Aaron O. So congrats, Aaron. This is a cool page. I mean, look at it. Putting on the on the glove, you get the shadow on the floor. Yeah, this is a really fun
Well, it
one.
looks like, I mean, based on his title, I'm guessing this is like the first time he put his red and blue costume back on after wearing the black and white.
Oh, so
there's
maybe
some
they
significance to, the fact that he's suiting up, which is cool. Like, because what a great way to show it.
right. Well, congrats, Aaron. This is a great page. Oh, well, here you go, Marcus. Everybody knew this was coming. I had to find a seller. I mean, I would have picked this anyway, but it was a perfect celebratory show graphic from Gigzilla. I mean, he's just absolutely amazing. There were a couple other really fun Gigzilla sketch covers that I don't know if they were Marcus's or whose they were, but there was a lot of good pieces. But this one just fit the show theme, and it's what I think of when I think of JP's work. I mean, just highly detailed, fun colors. I mean, we remember that we had him on the show one time, and everybody was teasing him about his million tick marks and stuff. But you look at this, and it's like, I think there might be at least 300,000 or 400,000 tick marks on here. It's not a joke; it's real.
Yeah. I love Marceline. The fact that BMO's on here, it makes it extra cool. But yeah, I mean, this is exactly what you want from a piece from him. It's got all the noodly, like looks like vas deferens coming out of the back of that amp going into like the door. I mean, it's just like all this wild pseudo, Ian Bertram kind of stuff, but like way more fun.
Yeah, that's true. And Rich Jennings even says Jim Woodring. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a little bit of both of those creators in there. But yeah, JP is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Such a nice guy. I went to Disneyland with JP. How many people could say that? That was a good time. JP Coyson or Gigzilla. Search either way. Rick has got both his names over there on CAF. Lee Bermejo.
I so almost picked this.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't, but this is such a fun page. I mean, the way Lee drew the Joker in this was just haunting. I mean, I just because I think I got to see most of the original art at New York Comic Con when Mark got it from Lee. I can't remember what year that would have been, like 08 or I don't even know when this was done. But either way, I remember seeing most of the artwork and I was just blown away. I'd never seen a complete book from Lee before, and I just never seen anything like it. And seeing this page, I mean, I love his work. I think he, I know he's doing a little bit more work digitally these days, but his traditional work back then is just so amazing. And I've gotten a few con sketches from him. His approach is all about drawing the edges, right, in the folds of the clothes. He really thinks about where the darks and the lights are going to go, and it just shows. I mean, that the panel where he's slugging back the drink. I mean, the lighting on the side of the Joker's face there. I mean, it's just rich black, but it's perfect. I don't need to see his ear. It's just so good. I love this page.
I think my favorite thing about this is how he managed to put the Joker on the left of every panel.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
It just adds an interesting, like, I don't know if it's for pacing or for visual weight or whatever it is, but like it definitely gives this page, particularly because he's rendering so much more on the Joker, it gives the page an interesting like asymmetry.
Yeah, definitely. Rich James says, "Is it photo ref? Seems so specific." I don't think so. I mean, I've watched. I mean, Lee doesn't work with Mark anymore, but I've seen him draw, and no, he's. I just don't believe that. I think he.
Yeah, when I see his sketches, it's all like contour line. Like he may have used reference, or some people do, some people don't. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But I don't think I've ever seen him draw from reference.
Well, this is winner. Congrats to Phil R. Do I really have 3 more to go? Oh yeah, I do. Okay, I just got this is just for fun. Jim Warden. It's a Jerry Ordway, and it was you know, I mean, Archie versus
yeah.
Predator. Come on. They're
Yeah.
out there having a picnic, and there's the Predator. You know, in the this is better than Punisher versus kills the Archie versus
Archie and Punisher. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Come on, Predator about to ruin their picnic. I just thought it was great, so I had to pick it. And Jerry Ordway, it's fun. Jim Warden keeps posting. Keep doing it, Jim. We love seeing what you're sharing on the site.
Absolutely.
James, he's about to get 5 nice trophies.
Right? I mean, I don't know how the kids deal with the Predator.
Right. Not at all. No
Yeah.
chance. So this is in Kevin Stawiri. I'm not sure. But a member on CAF for over 22nd anniversary this month.
Wow.
So, I don't even know if I'm following Kevin's but anyways, look at this piece. Jim Starlin, Alan Weiss inks. Unbelievable. I mean, just look at the cross hatching and the detail in here. I mean, this is such a fun. Wow. That's just amazing. This last panel
Terrific page
is gorgeous.
I love the technique in her hair in that last panel.
Mm-hmm.
How cool.
Yeah, I wasn't going to pick this piece either, and then I just kept coming back to it. I'm like, doggone it, this is just so cool.
Yeah.
So but now I got it. So I got to get my like on there, but now I got to go see if I'm following his CAF gallery. I'm not. All right, so there we go. So he's got a David Wright. He's got a Tales of Suspense something. Jack Kirby, Gene Colan. All right, so yeah. Wally Wood, nice panel there. It looks like in his featured stuff, he's showing just panels from stuff he owns. He's got a pair of Kelly Jones Batman pages. Marcus, you should be following his work.
Avert your eyes, Marcus.
Anyway, so this is clearly a gallery I think many people should watch. So get over to Kevin's CAF gallery. Here, I'm going to throw the link in the chat just so everybody has it.
Nice.
Yeah. Go ahead and add a watch. How many people are watching his CAF gallery? Only 30 people. After 22 years, he's only got 30 people watching his CAF gallery.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Last piece. Oh, this was in Duke Fleet's CAF gallery. I just thought
I'll pick this too.
I see. It's just cool. I mean, I love the graphicness of it. It's a 80 from 86.
Mm-hmm.
And the colors are just so weird too. I mean,
the colors are 86.
Right, they are. Everything about this. Right, let me click on it so we can just see the whole piece. So yeah, I just think it's awesome. Brayfogle,
Brian Sienkiewicz.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know Whisper. I don't know anything about Whisper.
Lady Ninja.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I love the just the rich black in the costume and these throwing stars coming right at your face. I thought it was cool. So I had to pick it.
And like super early Brayfogle too.
Mm-hmm. Marcus says Brayfogle painted this way for detective covers as well. I mean, it's great, and I know that I didn't really count what do we got here? 27 comments because it kept popping up on the homepage. I felt like every time I went to the CAF homepage, 50% of the time I was seeing this image. And it was like just getting beaten into me every time I saw it, and I'm like, I gotta pick it. But no, it's a really really fun piece. The colors are awesome, like you said. They're very period-ish, and
I can't get over that peachy tone around the throwing stars. That is 1987, like in a bottle.
It is. It definitely is. Well, congrats to Duke for this one. He keeps surprising us these days, so I'm glad that he added a new cool piece to his collection. All right, we're just a couple minutes over the midnight hour here on the East Coast. Happy 300th episode. Chris, you've been with me. I misspoke earlier. I said that Bob Layton has probably been on the show second most times. You have been on the show the second most times. Bob Layton is a distant third.
Distant third. I'm not Bob Layton though. I get the
yeah. But
happy 300.
Thank you, man. I mean, it's been a lot of fun. I think I don't know how many episodes we've done together, but it's quite a few, and we have a lot of fun. And I think everybody enjoys.
A couple hundred.
What we bring to it.
Right?
It's got to be 200. I'd be shocked if it isn't. I'd have to go back and look, but yeah, it's. I feel like right after Collector Conversations ended was about the time I was like, I want to keep talking about art with somebody, and I think that it just made
Khalil
sense.
said it during or was it during the update? Khalil said, "Hey, Bill, it'd be cool if you had somebody from the audience come and do."
You're right. That sounds familiar.
Yep. No, I remember it like it was yesterday. And he was like, well, so he came on and did the first one.
Mhm.
And I emailed you and I said, hey, I'd love to do that. And then I did it. And you were like, hey, if you want to keep doing this, like, you're the guy.
There you go.
Like, okay.
Well,
here we are.
Thank you, Khalil, for getting the ball rolling. But that was, for people who never watched a Collector Conversation, you should go back and watch the first. There were 20. And what we did was we typically had 4 collectors on those shows, and each person picked was it 4 pieces of art? Or 2? I can't remember now.
I don't either.
But either way, each collector picked a topic and a couple pieces of art, and each collector had about 20 to 30 minutes to show off the artwork, talk about why they picked it, and to cover their topic. And those were so much fun and informative. Yeah, I should go back and watch them. I had a good time on all of those.
I was looking through some of the old thumbnails to try and figure out like which episodes I was on this week, because I was like, oh, I should go back and look. And yeah, you used to like mock up people's faces onto like covers and stuff. It was
when we did the 20th episode, we knew it was the last one. It was hard to figure out. I had to do that the Michael Golden Mary Marching Society or whatever the hell it was, and managed to squeeze everybody's mugshots on there. Those were a very good time. And the idea for those came from Dino. He did the first 2, and he was on the first 2. I think the first one with Jill and Khalil. I have to go back and look. Either way, fun times, Chris, and I appreciate having you hang out with me when we do these. And James says we should do them again. We should definitely. Yeah, I completely agree. Just shaking things up. There's no reason why we can't do a Tuesday night Collector Conversation. We don't always have to do interviews and things like that, but definitely we can definitely come up with some fun new programming that keeps us all excited. Marcus says more Jill for 301 to 600. I don't disagree with you, Marcus. All right, everybody. A reminder for those who won the giveaway, if you haven't already emailed me, I did see a couple. Here it is again, bill@comicartfans.com. Shoot me an email, and we'll get everything squared away with the giveaway and the t-shirt size, what you want, all that stuff. But you got to email me those 10 winners. So appreciate it. And again, have a wonderful evening, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. We will see you again